Mr. Hazelton, the defendant is your mother, and it is your claim that she had you falsely arrested a little over a year ago for both stealing her property and for assaulting your sister, who tried to intervene and prevent you from taking her television. That's what the case is about. You spent, according to you, 6 days in jail. You finally bailed yourself out, and you want to be compensated for that. That's what the case is about. Okay. Prior to being arrested last year, when you were arrested on your mother's complaint, how many times had you been arrested before?
A bunch.
How many? More than a dozen?
I could say yes.
And were those, at least some of those arrests, drug-related?
No.
Were they alcohol-related?
No.
Were they physically related? Were they assault cases?
Some. But what does that got to pertain to this case?
Everything pertains to this case. Was some of them involving theft?
No.
Was some of them involving trespass?
No.
So they were all involving assault. More than a dozen cases. What I'm gathering now is information. So of the more than a dozen arrests you had, none involved drugs, none involved alcohol, none involved theft, none involved trespass, all involved assault. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
What else did they involve other than assault?
I'm just talking about this case, Your Honor.
I'm talking about who the
I'm
party...
going to talk about this case at hand. If you don't want to discuss this case, then we can just dismiss it.
Great. Then I'm dismissing it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So then let's get back to where I was questioning you before. According to your answers previously, you've been arrested at least a dozen times, none involving drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
None involving alcohol.
That is correct.
None involving burglary.
That is correct.
None involving theft.
That is correct.
All involving assault.
That is correct. 3 times.
So of the more than dozen times you've been arrested, it is as a result of either temper or a mental illness, if it wasn't drug or alcohol related?
No, my anger gets the best of me.
Well, that's an uncontrollable...
It's an uncontrollable issue.
For which you've been or not been in treatment?
Not.
Is it correct, Miss Hazelton, that your son never had either a drug or an alcohol problem?
Alcohol.
In October of 2015, Mr. Hazelton, how were you supporting yourself?
By working.
For whom?
Green Star Lawn Maintenance.
How long have you worked for them?
For 38 years off and on.
Are you working for them now?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes.
In the same location?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember on what day you were arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested on May 6, 2015.
Where?
In Henry County.
Is that where you live?
I lived, yes.
What time were you arrested?
About 12:20.
In the morning?
In the morning, yeah.
And you were at home?
I was at home, right.
And you were arrested on the complaint of your mother and or your sister? Or just your mother?
I was arrested on my mother and sister's complaint stating that I walked in an unlocked door, used the restroom. Upon leaving the restroom, stole the TV out of my mom's room, hit my sister 3 times in the face, and left with the TV.
Okay. You're the sister?
No.
Where is the sister?
She's passed away.
Were you at home that day?
No.
So the sister that you allegedly assaulted is no longer here?
No.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I gather from your answer that you were not at home when this took place.
No.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter when you got home?
She was holding an ice.
Just a second. Did you have a conversation?
Yes.
At what time did you get home on, it would be the 5th
Right.
of May? What time did you get home?
Between probably 9:30 and 9:45, I was playing bingo.
And at that time, Miss Hazelton, who did you live with?
My daughter lived with me.
How old was she?
Let's see.
She was 52.
Shh.
Yeah, she was 50.
She was 50 then?
Yeah.
So when you came home, it was 9:30, 9:45. And tell me first what you saw.
I saw her holding an ice pack on her face, and I asked her what happened. And she said, Glenn came here to use the bathroom, so she let him in. And in the process of using the restroom, he came out with my 32-inch TV, and she went to stop him, and he hit her in the face. That's what she told me. And I was only in the house maybe 5 minutes before the police were knocking on the doors.
Had your daughter called the police?
Yes.
Okay, so she had called the police before you even got home.
Oh, yes.
Do you have the police report?
No, I don't have that.
Do you have the police
Yes, I do.
report? I'd like to see it, sir.
Okay.
Just the police report.
It's right there.
You do know that these reports indicate that you were totally uncooperative, had to be placed in a hood, a spit hood, had to be put in an isolation area.
Excuse me,
Are
Your
you
Honor.
telling me that you were not high on some sort of drug or alcohol that night when they came to your home to arrest you?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Let me first say this.
I asked you a question, Mr. Hazelton. We had
no,
an
I was
agreement.
not high. I was not high. No, I was not on no drugs, okay?
Okay.
My actions speak louder than words. I was arrested, hauled off to jail, ripped out of my bed in my underwear, and you're telling me for a crime I did not commit, how would you react? And the charges were dismissed, not by the judge, by the public defender, the state's attorney, because I didn't steal the TV that my mom said. And my mother sat there and said she's seen me in a while. She hasn't seen me in 7 years. And it's just, or it came out of her in the police report, she states that. And my sister said 2 different signs. She said she came home in an ice pack, but there's no bruises or marks on her. I hit her 3 times. It's all a lie. And why don't they look in her question and call me and ask me, did I do this? They know where I live. You know? They're trying to give me 46 years for this TV. My life is a little more than 46 years, okay? Or acting out in jail or whatever. I didn't do it, and this is the reason I'm suing my mother. I'm out $2,500. I could have gone after her for penal stolen damages.
Your case is dismissed, Mr. Hazelton. You have no case against your mother. We're finished here. Mr. Burns, this is your complaint. You had purchased a car.
Yes.
You were behind in the payments.
Yes.
Mr. Kimball owns a tow truck, and it is his job on behalf of lending institutions to repossess property that has not been paid for. So your car was parked either on the street or in your house.
Yes, in front of my house.
And this was September 25th last year. Neighbor came to you in your house and said, someone's taking your car. You got outside and you saw Mr. Kimball in his tow truck down the street with your car attached.
No.
Tell me where you saw his car.
I observed Mr. Kimball at the end, like a block away on the passenger side of my car, removing items. At the same time, I was talking to the police when the neighbor had came and got me. I live in a high crime neighborhood area, and first thing she said, it's a black tow truck, and they took your car and went and rode off.
So the car was attached to the tow truck?
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you knew that you were behind in payments on the car.
Actually, I had spoken with the guy who...
At the time, you were behind in payments on the car. You acknowledged it.
Yes,
here.
I knew I owed some.
Right. So an intelligent man would know that if you were behind in payments on the car, they may come and get it. Not definitely, but they may come and get it. Well, that was what he was hired for. Who hired you to do this job?
Northwest Repossession.
Do you know who hired Northwest Repossession?
The company would be Quality Auto Sales.
Did you buy your car at Quality Auto Sales?
Yes.
Well, they're the people that hired his company to get their property back. So tell me what you did.
Okay, when I observed Mr. Kimball at the end of the block removing items, I caught him on the passenger side of my car. At the same time, I was talking to 911 because I figured my car was being stolen. I had spoke to the person who I previously bought the car from, and everything was fine.
I don't believe that, and you don't have that person here.
Okay.
Okay, because the person that you bought the car from hired his company to repossess your car.
Okay, at the same time.
Okay. So now,
No.
just tell me what you did.
Okay, I talked to the police. I asked him who was he. He never identified who he was.
Just a second. I want to know what you did. You ran to the end of the block where he was.
No, we drove to the end of the block, and I observed him.
Who drove?
My wife did.
So your wife drove in her car
Yes.
to the end of the block, and then what did you do?
I was on the phone with 911, and I told them that I see the guy right
Just a
there.
second. I didn't ask you what you told anybody.
Okay, I
said,
didn't do
what
anything. I approached him and asked him who was he.
Just a second. So you approached him.
Yes.
Where was he when you approached him?
The passenger side of the car.
And what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He just got up and ran around to the driver's side of the tow truck. And by me living in a high crime neighborhood area, if he would have told me who he was, the situation would have been ended. He didn't identify himself or who he was or who had sent him. It's normally known in my neighborhood. I just live in Chicago, high crime area, and they known for taking cars on tow trucks and driving off. You never find your car again. I asked him who was he. He never identified himself in a professional manner. So I proceeded to talk to the police. I'm like, he right here. He tried to run around and jump in the car. When he jumped in the tow truck, he tried to close the door, and I'm like, he never identified. I'm like, who are you? I'm steady asking him, who is he? He never said anything. So I'm telling the police, next thing I know, he put the truck in drive and almost hit me with the tow truck, so I had to grab on to the handle. It's a safety bar on the side of the tow truck. When he drove off, like in a high rate of speed. So I wasn't finna let him get out of my sight because he never identified himself. I feel if he would have identified himself.
I know that you said that already. What I'm hearing is, and reading,
Yes.
that you wrote, you jumped on the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay, you jumped on the sideboard and held onto the sideboard.
Yes.
And he was driving off.
Yes.
At a high rate of speed.
Yes.
And then what happened?
He veered on the south side of the street, crashing into some parked cars with me stuck in between the doors.
Now you tell me your version, because we'll get to what the lawsuit is about, because he filed charges against you for assault.
Yes.
You say that they were false. Now he's going to tell me his version of the events. Go.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, you were hired, that's your job, to repossess property that hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
You got an order to pick up his car.
Correct.
Start from there.
Okay, so I picked the vehicle up, Your Honor. About 7 blocks away, I secured the vehicle.
How many blocks away from his house?
About 7 blocks.
Go ahead.
So as I was securing the vehicle to my tow truck, Mr. Burns came up to me, and he was very defensive.
Don't tell me what you thought about his posture.
Okay, he asked me, what were you doing? What are you doing?
And what did you say?
I said, sir, your car's up for repossession. He said, the car's not up for repossession. He got aggressive, started coming towards me. I backed up. I kept backing up, and I went in my truck. He said, put the vehicle down before I beat your, excuse my language. I told him I can't put the vehicle down until I close the door. He did not want to hear that. He stood on the running board. I put the vehicle on drive because it was already secure. I started driving at a slow speed. He had grabbed onto the steering wheel, and then we had smacked into a car. Prior to this, before he had jumped on a running board, he hit me in my side about 2 or 3 times.
Where was he when he hit you in your side?
He's standing on the running board of the truck.
Okay, so he's standing on the running board of the truck, and you're inside the truck.
Correct, I'm sitting.
And he's standing on the running board.
Correct.
And how did he hit you?
He punched me to the side, so like in my ribs. So if I'm sitting here right now, and he's standing right here, he would hit me in my side.
Where was the car that he drove up in?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You didn't see a car?
Well, he was parked in the street in the city streets, so every car is parallel parking. There's tons of...
From his house, he said his wife drove him to where you were.
Okay.
Did you see her?
When he approached, there was a female in the car, yes.
Did you see what she was doing as this was going on?
She was just sitting in the vehicle.
Now, when you say you secured the vehicle, what do you have to do to secure the vehicle?
You have to put a safety chain on the vehicle, so the vehicle, when you drive away, it doesn't fall off. So
Okay.
for safety
But you
features,
did, in fact, drive it away a certain,
Yes.
you said a few blocks.
Correct.
How was it attached to the tow truck then?
Well, because when you pick the vehicle up, it has claws, a mechanism that sits where the tires are. So it sits on the tow truck. You can continue to drive away, but you go to a certain distance to secure it. This way, when you're on the highway or something, you know, if the car, if it was to fall off, it's not going to hit somebody or et cetera.
Okay. So then you stopped, when you felt it was safe, you stopped to secure it.
Correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And do you have the work order to pick up the
Yes,
car?
I do.
I'd also like to take a look at that. Do you have any other police report?
No, this is all they gave me, ma'am.
Do you have any police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
Upon the accident, when the police arrived on the scene, I left in the ambulance because I was injured. And when I got there, they signed me out, and they came with that charge that he talking about that I hit him. That's what the officer said. Not the police officer, but the sergeant. Because the other officers was like, man, we didn't even have time for this. You should have left the scene. That's what the black officers, they was just saying all type of absurd.
Just a second. Don't tell me what anybody said to you,
Okay.
Mr. Burns.
Okay.
You were wrong.
No.
You were wrong. He
ma'am.
had authorization to take, just pay attention.
Okay.
He had authorization to take your car. You had no business You had no business to get on the running board of his truck to endanger him, other people that may be out there. I know you're shaking your head no. I know you're shaking your head no. Bottom line is, he had the right to have possession of your car. That's what this order says. He had the right to have possession of your car. You had no right to take control of his car by getting on the running board. And because you did that, you caused an accident. Now, he had a lawful order to take possession of your car. You did not have any right to get on his tow truck.
No, ma'am.
Well, I say yes, you say no. I'm telling you, that's the law. You had no right to put your feet.
Your Honor,
Are you asking me?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have pictures of the accident?
Yes.
Also, ma'am, to add one more thing. I was never given an accident report or put in the accident. They never said I caused the accident or anything.
I just told you caused an accident.
Okay.
The side of his truck says Northwest Recovery, Inc. What do you think that means?
I didn't know what
With his license number.
I didn't know what it meant, yes, but if I would have got a letter saying that it was anything, I never received anything saying I was behind.
Somebody else's fault. Mr. Burns, you have no case.
Yeah.
No, it was court cases, Your Honor. It went to court and it was continued and continued and continued due to missing.
You have to show me that you weren't paid for those. Well, Ms. Mack, it is your claim that the Herrera's dog bit your 8-year-old son.
Yes, ma'am.
On what date did this happen?
February 19th this year.
How long have the two of you been neighbors?
I've lived there almost 2 years. This July will be 2 years.
You?
We've lived there for almost 7 years.
You have 2 dogs?
I have 4 dogs.
4 dogs. What kind of dogs do you have?
I have a mutt, and then I have a Chowini and 2 Chihuahuas.
A what?
A mutt. She's a mixture of all sorts of. And then a Chowini. It's a Chihuahua and a wiener dog.
Oh, my goodness. That's some combo. I don't think I've ever seen that. And 2 Chihuahuas. So you have small dogs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any animals?
No, ma'am.
This is your son?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he want a dog?
He does.
How many times has he asked you for a dog?
More than I can count.
Right. So he likes them. He likes to play with them.
Yes.
And I assume he plays with the Herrera's dogs.
With their dogs, I don't believe so. Their dogs are rarely out on a leash. I've never really seen them.
Okay. Are you immediate next door neighbors?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a fence between the 2 properties? No. On the 19th, what time did this happen?
It was approximately 5 p.m.
And you didn't witness it?
Correct.
Who did?
Skylar did.
Our son, Skylar.
You were outside. And you were there. You got bit,
Yes.
right?
ma'am.
You want to come up here and tell me about it? Tell me your first name.
Malik.
Malik, do you remember the incident with the Herrera's dogs? You don't?
No.
With the little Chihuahua?
No.
Don't remember?
No.
Okay, good. You can go and sit down. Want to come sit up here? Tell me your first name.
Skylar.
You were out with the dogs?
Yes.
How many of the dogs did you have out?
2.
Which 2?
The mutt and the Chowini.
That the Chihuahua? No,
Yes.
don't look at them. Look at me. Do you understand? I'm not frightening, am I? A little bit? A little bit?
No.
No, good. All right. All you have to do is tell me the truth, and then we don't have a problem.
Okay.
Got it? 13. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what happens when you lie to your parents?
Yes.
Right. You know how you don't want to lie to your parents? You don't want to lie to me worse. Where were you walking the dogs?
Behind my house.
In your yard.
Yes.
Would you tell me what happened?
My mutt was twisting around my arm, and so the Chowini's leash came off and slipped and ran after him and nipped at him.
Ran after whom?
Malik.
And where was Malik when the Chowini nipped at him?
Between our houses in the middle.
Okay, so it was not necessarily in your yard.
Yes.
It could have been in Malik's yard.
Yes.
Good. Okay, now you can sit down. Okay. That was easy. Because that was a little bit different from what I have here. You have a video? Who has a
Yes,
video?
ma'am.
What do you want to show me?
On the video, it shows Malik running from their dogs, and there was actually 3 of them chasing him, not 2. The bite actually happened right off camera, and then it shows him run into the frame of the camera and onto our trash cans by our porch. It's my home surveillance.
I'd like to see it, but according to the Herrera's son, they're responsible for the dog bite. Got it. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Herrera, when I first read your answer, which is totally different from what your son tells me and totally different from this video, I was sympathetic with you. You know, you said that their little boy went into your yard and was teasing your dogs, and as a result of that, got bitten.
Yes.
But that's not what happened.
That is what happened.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what your son said. Your son said that the larger dog twisted his leash around his arm, and the other leash slid off, so the dog was free, and chased Malik, and he was in his yard.
But Malik was in our yard teasing him prior to that, and he was running from the back of my yard into the yard when it happened.
Who saw that?
He does that weekly.
I don't care whether who saw that on February 19th.
Skylar did.
That's not what he told me.
Well, that is what happened.
Well, I don't know if that's what happened. It's not what he told me.
Could you please ask him again?
No, now I'm not going to ask him again because now he just heard you tell me. I was very clear. I said, what happened? And he didn't say to me. He was teasing the dog. He was screaming at the dog. He was shaking a stick at the dog. He said what happened was he was out walking two dogs. One leash got away from him. Well, clearly he was being chased by two dogs. Clearly in the video it shows him being chased by two dogs.
But the video does not show where he was behind my house, not on the side, teasing my dog. I was sitting in my living room chair,
okay.
and I could hear Skylar even say, Malik, please don't tease the dog.
Do you remember teasing the dogs?
No, ma'am.
You don't remember getting bitten either?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
I think he's just being shy right now. He remembers. He was telling the story.
Okay. Well, I see that he was bitten, and I see that he was frightened. You have to be careful. Even with little dogs, you have to be careful. Okay, I'd like to see the medical bills.
Yes, ma'am.
Who were the other children there? There were other children, more than just...
Yeah, it's our other side next door neighbors playing in our yard.
With you?
No.
With whom?
With my littler siblings.
Well, I have one emergency room, and then I have...
At that particular hospital, the ER bills separate from the actual doctor, but that was the same visit. They told me before we left that they would bill separately. I also let the defendants know that when I talked to Frank.
Okay, and you had no health insurance?
Correct.
Okay, so the total charges were $383 and $438?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you present these two bills, which total $821 to the Herreras?
Yes, I did, on two separate occasions because they came in the mail separately.
And what did they say?
The first one, when I went over to their house, they actually weren't home, so I taped it to the inside of their glass screen door, along with a note just saying, you know, hey, this is the bill. I wanted to try to see if you wanted to resolve it between the two of us. If not, then, you know, I'll have to take it further. Frank actually came to my house 2 days later asking me, was Malik okay, and talking about the bill, and he said that they didn't have any problem paying it, but on the bill it does not state that this bill is for the dog bite, so he wanted basically proof that that's what this bill was for. I actually contacted the hospital the next day to see if they could give me something like that, and they said because of HIPAA laws, they couldn't put the reason for the visit on the actual bill. The next bill came in about 2 or 3 days later. That one I attached to their vehicle that was in their driveway, along with another note explaining what I just said about the HIPAA laws, and that if I didn't hear anything from them soon, that I would just take it to court, and I never heard anything from them again.
Well, both bills show the date of the visit is February 19th.
I mean, I'm the type of person I ain't gonna pay a bill that don't show exactly what it's supposed to be.
Well, now you'll pay
And
the
who
bill.
it's- and
Now
who
you'll
it's
pay the
for.
bill because it's an emergency visit on February 19th. You saw the video. That's why she took the child to the emergency room. There was no other reason for her to take the child to the emergency room other than that. Now do you understand? So you should have paid the bill. Would have saved you an awful lot of trouble.
Yes, I understand that part, but not showing exactly who the person was. That's all I was asking for it to show what the person wanted, what it was for.
It says who the person is.
But can you look at these, please?
I'm looking here. This
But,
is from Malik Mack.
Yes, but the ones that we received.
Oh, okay. Maybe the ones that you received didn't have. This one shows the person who was treated.
Yes, it shows it on those.
On the copy I
No,
left
it shows it on yours, sir. Malik Mack.
Where is it on there?
And this one is patient's name, Malik Mack. What?
This is the first time we've ever seen any video.
Okay,
I have
good.
gone to the office at our park to see if we could get the video, and we've been informed that the park says that her surveillance cameras do not work.
I've never
Just a
received
second.
any requests for the video.
Just a second. She didn't just create that video. You wanted me to play it again so you can see it's your dogs?
I believe that those are my dogs, but I don't believe that he was bitten. He might have been scratched.
I have pictures
Judgment
of
for
the
the
dog bite.
plaintiff in the amount of $821. We're finished. Thank you. Ms. McClendon, I'm going to start with you. You and Miss Morgan worked together. Is that how you met?
Yes, ma'am.
And you needed a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you need a place to stay?
I was currently staying in a hotel, and I couldn't afford to keep staying there.
How much were you paying at the hotel?
$1,300 a month.
And how much were you earning?
I get anywhere from 3. I'm a server, so it really depends.
Got it. And Miss Morgan worked at the same place. She offered you to come to stay with her, and you would split the rent. There were just the two of you there?
No, ma'am. In the beginning, she offered to help.
Listen, she doesn't know you other than both being a server at a restaurant, right? So why would she? I mean, you're not her sister, you're not her cousin, you're not her niece, you're not anybody to her other than somebody who she knew from work, who was paying $1,300 a month in a hotel, who couldn't afford it.
Yes, ma'am.
And she had an apartment. She lived alone?
She didn't have anywhere at that moment.
No. Was she living alone? So she was living alone. And how many bedrooms are in her apartment?
2.
2. Easy. Come and move in with me. We'll split the rent. How much was the rent?
$650.
In total?
Yes, every month.
So $650 cut in half, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your share of the rent would have been $325.
Yes, ma'am.
As opposed to $1,300. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. When did you move in?
About the middle of September 2016.
September 16th to be exact.
And when did you move out?
December the 20th, 2016.
The 21st.
Don't shout out again, otherwise I'm going to just dismiss your case. September to October, October to November, November to December. 3 months. How many times did you pay her rent?
3.
How much did you give her each month?
$325 for rent, and it varied each month as far as.
No, so you paid her $325 each month for rent, September to October, October to November, November to December. Is that true?
No, ma'am.
Of course not, because you don't even say that in your answer. Because you say, about a month after I was staying there, Paige asked me to pay half of the rent, which I did. That was a month later. So you lived there 3 months, but according to your answer, you only paid rent for 2 months.
Yes, ma'am. In the beginning, she agreed to help me out. I told her that I can help out with what I can, but I didn't give, we didn't have a.
So you didn't pay rent for 1 month. So
I paid every month I was there.
You didn't pay. I asked you 2 seconds ago. I said, how many months did you pay? You said, I paid $325 every month that I was there. But I remembered reading your answer, and your answer said that you didn't pay rent the first month you were there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Didn't work out. It didn't work out because of some internet bill. You had your boyfriend who was staying over. Is this your boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
So he was staying over, and he was using your computer and whatever. She was also supposed to contribute, according to you, to the cable bill. She didn't contribute to the cable bill. She said, I don't use a computer. So what you did was you took her off the account. Then you had a fight. You had a big fight. So far, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the big fight took place on December 20th or December 21st?
The 21st.
According to you, she damaged property. What did she damage?
The room that she had was completely furnished, and after she moved out, I went in there and she had ripped apart the bed. I'm not exactly sure what she did, but the frame, the footboard, everything was actually in the closet. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the fight, Miss McClendon.
On the 20th, we had already had previous arguments. That was not the first big fight. We had one before where I came to her and asked her, if Drew's going to be living there, you know, I feel like he should pay a third of the rent. And I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I don't feel like I should have to pay half of a cable bill. And she said, but you use the Wi-Fi. And I agreed. Yes, I do. And I will pay half of the Wi-Fi bill. I went online. I looked up how much their highest cable service was, which was $39.99. And I told her that I would pay half of that. But she told me that because it's a bundled deal, I still have to pay half of the
So that was what
bill.
the fight was about?
That's what started it, yes.
Okay, and then it escalated from there. Does your boyfriend still come over to visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's your permanent address?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Your permanent address?
It's in Douglasville, Georgia. One road over from her. It's 29.
No, that's my address.
Oh, that's her address. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's
Can I?
it's 30. It's 3865.
Your face just got really red, sir.
Yes,
Do you
yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
We watch your show.
Jump.
We do.
She owes you so far $325 in rent for the 1 month that she was there that she didn't pay rent. She didn't pay $1,300 a month in the hotel. She owes you $325 a month in rent. Okay. Did you break the bed?
No, ma'am.
What did you do with the bed?
As she said, the room was completely furnished. I didn't have anything. And upon me moving in, she said, I have a bed in there. It's really old. It's my son's bed, but you could use it. It was really shaky. Even if you leaned on it, there's a board in the front that would fall off. So all I did is take it apart and put it aside. I put my mattresses on the floor so that I could just sleep on the floor.
And is that what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
I'm sorry.
What else? She's not paying for the cable. She's not paying for the bed. She's paying you so far $325
Yes, ma'am.
for the month's rent that you didn't pay. What else?
Well, when she moved in, before she moved in, and I have proof on text messages, that I told her that it was going to be half of the rent and half of the bills.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. She's going to pay you $325 for rent. Are we done with that part?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she's not paying for the cable. He pays for the cable. He pays for the cable. I believe her story about the bed. Now, what property do you say she took without permission?
All the linens, all the towels, everything that she used while she was in the house were mine. And then when she left, she took all of the sheets, the blankets, and I'm missing quite a few towels, so I can only assume that they were in her room.
Did you take these sheets and towels when you left?
No, ma'am, my bed was stripped when I came in. She even took my sheet that was on the bed and a pillow.
Okay, now I'm going to your counterclaim. Counterclaim is for the destruction of clothes and personal belongings and harassment. Go.
The first time that I left on the day that it happened.
You mean on the 21st
Yes,
of December?
yes, ma'am. When I left that morning, I woke up. I had my best friend's son there with me, my godson. I woke up. I put him in the shower. I went back to my room. When I came out the room, immediately she came out because our rooms were right next to each other. She came out and she started, "Mr. Dan will be here at 10 o'clock. Do you have the rent?" I didn't say nothing to her because we'd already fought the night before. So I didn't say nothing to her. As I'm going into the bathroom.
Just a second. So she came out to you on December 21st.
That morning.
And she said to you, Mr. Dan is going to be here for the rent, which would have been the rent from December to January.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said?
I didn't say anything because we were already arguing. I didn't want it to escalate.
So you said nothing.
I walked through the door because I was ignoring her. As I'm closing the door, I'm facing the wall. She literally football tackles through the door and it hit me in the back of the head. I did then turn around and I grabbed her by the face, pushed her backwards. I seen her glasses go up and then I stopped because I remembered that Kanan was in the shower and I told her to get out. I never said anything else to her. After that, she did leave. She left out, and I called her, my best friend, Nikki, immediately and asked her to come get me. I don't want to go to jail. I just want to get out of here. So I finished my shower. I grabbed, everything that I could grab. When I returned, the door lock to the door had been completely changed. I could not get in.
When did you return?
That night to get the rest of my stuff. I called the cops out to come out and escort me into the house. When I got in there, like I said, the bed had been stripped. All of my clothes had been spread out all over the floor. There were no towels in my stuff.
Just a second. Your clothes were spread out and?
All over the floor, and there was wet cereal dumped all over my clothes.
Do you have pictures?
No, ma'am, I did not take pictures.
You have a phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your phone have a camera?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you take a picture of what it looked like?
I didn't take pictures because I honestly thought that after I left, I didn't have to deal with it anymore. I just wanted to be done.
Fine. Judging for the plaintiff, the amount of $325. We're finished. Thank you. Miss Russell, did you and Mr. McNulty ever live together?
Yes, we did.
From when to when?
We lived together from September 1st to November 12th.
Of last year?
Yes, of 2016.
But that was after your daughter was born?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm talking about prior to her birth?
No.
And at the time that she was born, were you and the defendant still dating?
No.
When had you stopped dating?
In September of 2015.
Your complaint indicated, the first couple of lines, that Mr. McNulty did not know he had a child due to some, use the word mix-up, for the first 4 months of her life. Was that a mix-up because there was someone else who was originally named as the father?
There was. I was dating someone.
Okay. So there was someone else who was named as the father. And what prompted you to take another step towards finding that Mr. McNulty, who actually had a paternity test, was the father of the child?
He contacted me asking for it, paternity test.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Honestly, it was crazy how I found out about it. I just found out through a picture online, and I saw that the child looked like me, and I just kind of had this crazy hunch that it might be mine, so I contacted her and got the paternity test done. And
just a minute. When you contacted her, where was she living?
It was Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half from me, almost 2 hours.
With whom?
Her sister.
And in what month was that?
I can't tell you exactly. I want to say it was around September.
So you're talking about September of 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you found out that this little girl was yours, according to what I read, you invited her to come to move into your house.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I invited her to be closer to my daughter, and I told her that she could live with me until she got on her feet, found her own place. I wanted to be closer to my daughter, and I just wanted to be friends with her, co-parent.
Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Do you have any other children?
No.
And I assume you didn't have your own place to live?
Not at the time, no.
When you moved into Mr. McNulty's house, you have a house?
Yes, ma'am.
How many bedrooms are in the house?
3.
Your daughter had 1 bedroom?
Correct.
Did you have the other?
Yes.
And Mr. McNulty the third?
Yes.
So you were living there as two parents of a child. You were not a couple. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. Now, an incident occurred in September wherein you claimed that Mr. McNulty damaged your car, took your cell phone, and threw your property out.
He threw some of my belongings out, not all of them,
Now,
and it was in November.
would you like to explain to me, Miss Russell, why this man who actually tried, at least on the surface, tried to do everything in an appropriate fashion, contacted you to find out whether he had a child, bore the expense probably of a paternity test, found out that this was in fact his child, and you were, for all intents and purposes, homeless. You didn't have your own residence. He invited you to come to stay in his house, your own bedroom, because he wanted to, he uses the word co-parent, he wanted to be closer to his child. You want to tell me why he would do such dastardly things? You want to tell me what happened?
I did pay for the entire paternity test. I also was living comfortably at my sister's. I had my own room.
Well, then why would you go to his house?
Because I thought I was doing the right thing and letting my daughter's father be in her life.
She can be in his life many, many ways.
He wanted us to be closer, and he gave us this dream of being a happy family, and little did I know until I moved in that he was not the person I thought he was.
Okay, let's move on to November. Tell me what happened.
So he came home.
What date?
It was November 12th, I believe. He came home inebriated with a girl for the third time. And we had an agreement that he would not bring home women while we were living there for the safety of our child and for respect.
When did you make this agreement?
After we decided we weren't going to have a intimate relationship.
Right. In what month was that?
That was September.
Okay, so shortly after you came in.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the conversation.
Conversation after he got home that night?
No, the conversation where he said that he would not bring women home to his home, even though you weren't his girlfriend, you weren't involved in a relationship. Tell me about that conversation.
Our conversation was out of respect for each other and for our daughter, unless we were serious about people, and until I moved out with our daughter, that he would not bring girls home.
Is that correct?
No, ma'am, it's not.
Well, you hesitated for a moment. You want to tell me why?
Yes, because she wasn't actually a girl I was seeing. It was more of like a friend that I've known for a long time, and she took it as a girlfriend. And
Okay, now when you came home on November 12th, do you remember that day?
Yes, I do, because I don't remember if it was November 12th. I remember it was Veterans Day, because I was in the military with a couple of buddies of mine, and usually my buddies will take me out on Veterans Day.
Okay.
So that's
Did you
why.
come home drunk?
I wouldn't say drunk. I was a little. I was inebriated. I'll admit that. Yeah.
Do you remember what time you came home?
It was about 2:30.
In the morning?
In the morning, yes.
And there was a woman with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's hear what happened.
That was the instance of one of 3 women throughout
Where?
the process of living together he'd brought
Okay,
home.
it's his house.
He
Right.
came home with a woman, and I told her to leave, and she didn't know that there was a baby and another woman there. So she agreed to leave.
She didn't know there was a baby and another woman there.
Yes.
You mean you, the other woman?
Yes, me
Okay.
and my child. She had
Okay.
no idea we were there, and she gladfully left.
Okay.
He, in a rage, headbutted me twice, threw me against a wall. I got away from him by pushing all I could away from the wall. And running to get my cell phone to call the police, which I did. The operator told me to go into the...
Don't tell me what the operator told you.
I went into my daughter's bedroom. There are no locks on any of the doors in the house, not even the bathroom. So I tried holding her door shut until the police arrived. And I was instructed to get out of the house.
Tell me what you were instructed to do.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did, what he said to you, what you said to him.
So I was able to get out of the house with our daughter, and the police came. They took our statements, and they instructed him
Don't
not.
tell me what they said unless you have a police report.
I do have. I have
I'd like
2.
to take a look at it. Well, it appears that from the police reports, at least, after speaking to you, that you did not report to the police that he head-butted you twice. What the police officer noted after conversation with you, that you told the female to leave. She stated that Corey became angry, pushed her, and put his forehead against hers. That's what the officer said.
That was incorrect.
That's what the officer said. Mm-hmm. She had no complaint of pain and no visible marks of abuse. She further stated she really didn't want him going to jail, but separated from her for the night. He argued with the police, probably a little drunk, but
I was
totally
more
wrong.
upset
Not
about getting kicked out of my own
wrong
house.
that you
Yeah.
were being kicked out of your own house,
Yeah.
where plaintiff neither pays any of the bills,
Yes,
nor
ma'am.
is it her home. However, you did separate to the extent that you slept it off in the garage.
No, negative, ma'am.
Where did you sleep?
I went to my buddies down the street after the police officer told me to leave. He gave me the option to go to jail or leave, so I left.
Okay. Did you come back the next morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What time?
It was around 7:30.
Okay. And when he came back at 7:30, I want you to tell me what happened.
He never left. I saw him walk in through the garage, which he was sleeping in his sleeping bag in the garage.
Fine. So he was, but he didn't bother you. Whether he was sleeping at his friend's down the street or in a sleeping bag in the garage, he wasn't near you for the rest of the night.
He was instructed not to come into the house.
Listen to me carefully. Not to come into his own home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. You have 3 complaints. Your complaint is that he took your phone,
Yes.
that he damaged your car,
Mm-hmm.
and that he has your stuff. I've read the police reports. So let me tell you what the police say you told them. The second police report indicates that you went to the police because he was still there.
Mm-hmm.
And when the police came back with you because you couldn't find your cell phone. And when you came back with a police officer who notes that Miss Russell advised that she wanted to gather a few things from the home and that she would be going to stay with a family friend. That was the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Vasquez went back to Miss Russell's residence and observed Corey had placed all of her belongings in bags outside of the residence. Miss Russell gathered what she could fit in her vehicle and advised she would need to come back later for the rest of the items. Miss Russell further advised that she noticed a dent in her 2007 Jeep Patriot and believed Corey may have done it, but wasn't for sure.
I was certain.
Just a second. That's what it says. Noticed a dent. She believed he might have done it, wasn't for sure. Miss Russell was able to leave the scene without incident. I want you to tell me, what proof do you have for the 3 things we're talking about? What proof do you have that he took your phone?
So when I went to sleep the morning of the incident, when he was supposed to leave the house, all 3 of the bedroom doors in the hallway were open. When I woke up, one was closed, and my phone that was sitting on my nightstand on my charger was gone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know, ma'am. The police escorted me out of the premises.
Next.
I do have proof that I did have to purchase a new phone.
I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep.
He admitted to me that he did it.
Okay. When was that?
The morning of around 7:30, when I was on my way out to go to the police station to make the report. I looked at my vehicle and I angrily said, "You dented my Jeep," and he said, "Oh well."
I did not say that, ma'am, no.
Next.
Next, the officer who made the note that all of my things were on the porch, they were not all of my things. I did not go into the house and collect my things. Him and his stepfather put my clothes in bags and some of my small belongings. I even have a picture
Just a second. Do you want to tell me what you claim he still has that belongs to you?
I have a list.
Tell me.
So I have my dineware set, my wine glasses, all of my kitchen utensils, all of my cookware, all of my baking pans, crock pot, oven mitt.
Just a second. When did you move in with all that stuff?
When he came to get me at my sister's, his grandmother paid for a moving truck, and my sister helped us move all of my belongings from her apartment into the moving truck, which we brought to his house, which has all of these items.
Okay. Can I see that bird?
And I also have
I
have a picture if you want.
Do you have her TV?
I do not, ma'am. I have enough TVs in my house to
Just a second.
need another.
Did she move in with a TV?
She did.
Where is it?
I put everything of hers on the front porch, and she left it there for a couple days, so.
So you don't know where it is?
I left it out there, and I told her it's her problem to get it. I didn't put it on the garbage.
Well,
or
but you
nothing.
know a TV was not noted by the police.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have anything in your home now
I do not.
that belongs to her? Okay. Now I'm going to see the bill for the 47-inch TV. I'd like to see the paid bill for it.
I also have a picture coming up that has my placemats and a picture of him with those placemats just 2 weeks ago for the items that he says he does not have in his home.
Okay. So the television set was $479.91. What are these things?
Everything on the list is stuff I've purchased, but the ones that I highlighted are the ones that he still has in his possession.
And what's this supposed to be a picture of?
That picture matches the small photograph. The photograph has my placemats at my apartment. He has the exact same placemats in that picture at his house. It's proof that he does still have my items that he is claiming he does not have.
I don't care. The judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $994. We're done.
Your Honor, I
We're
still have
done.
evidence.
We're done.
What about my vehicle?
He's not paying for your vehicle because I have a police report where you say I have a dent in my car. I think Corey did it, but I,
didn't
have no.
say that to the police officer.
Well, that's
though.
what the police officer says. We're done. How many children do you have, Miss Bussey?
2.
How old are they? 12?
12, and I have a 9-month-old.
And who's the father of the 9-month-old?
It's a friend of...
Is that this gentleman?
No.
Who is this gentleman?
This is my boyfriend.
So your boyfriend is not the father of the 9-month-old?
No, he is not.
Did the boy always live with his mother?
Yes, he did, up till recently, yes.
Up until when?
Up until November is when she moved out of her house.
You were living with your son in whose house?
It was my friend that is the father of my 9-month-old and his now ex-wife.
So you were living with a couple who were friends?
Yes, I was friends with him.
And then you moved in with he and his wife?
Yes.
And how long did you live there?
I lived there, it was about 1.5 years.
And I assume you left there because you were pregnant?
No, I left there because I started getting threatening emails that were threatening my life.
From his wife?
We don't know who they were from. They were in anonymous emails.
But you would assume they were from his wife?
Yeah, I'd assume, but there's been no proof.
So you moved out. Where did you go?
I moved in with my boyfriend.
He was not her boyfriend at the time.
If you're going to shout, you're going to leave. Do you understand? So you moved out of the house.
Yes.
And you moved in with the boyfriend.
Yes.
And his wife.
Now you can put her out.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You moved in with your boyfriend?
Correct.
How far away did he live from where you had been living?
Quite a ways. I moved from, it was Council Bluffs, Iowa to like West Omaha.
Your son is 12 years old.
Yes.
What did you do about his school?
We still transported him to his school.
Is what you're telling me you moved with your son to your boyfriend's house?
Yes.
And you took your son with you and transported him to and from school?
Yes, that is correct.
Is that correct?
To the point, I have no idea. I mean, it was a 10-day time, and I wanted him to come live with me at the time, and that seemed to be a last option. But I told her...
Just a second. You're getting ahead of yourself because that's not what you wrote in your complaint. In your complaint, what you said was she left the boy alone. At least it was my impression that she left him at the house of this couple with whom she had been living.
No, I'm sorry. She sent him to live with some other friends of hers that...
Who?
I can't seem to remember the names. Chelsea, one of her friends.
Is that when she moved out of the house?
Besides the little time that Austin did stay with her, yes. She was moving him around from my sister-in-law's to me sometimes to her friend Chelsea. Now,
Why?
Because I was getting these threatening emails that were threatening my life, and I was trying to protect my son from being around that.
Okay, well, that's a very good idea. Then he should go and live with his father.
Your Honor?
Shh.
I'm sorry.
Just a second. Now, this case is all about an overpayment of child support. He came to live with his father on what date?
It was November the 18th.
And is he still there?
Yes, he is still there.
And did you receive any child support from Mr. McGlynn after November 18th?
Yes, I did.
How much?
I received it weekly from that following week until now.
Did you finally stop the order?
I did. It took some time, though.
How many weeks did you pay when your son was with you?
At least 10.
December, January, that's 8. 2 weeks in November, that's 10. Okay, that's at least 10 weeks.
Yes.
Why do you think you're entitled to that money? You were never married, right?
No, we were not.
Okay, so this is just child support that he pays.
That is correct.
Well, why do you think you're entitled to this money?
The whole reason that he went with his father was I was getting these threatening
I heard about the threatening emails, and then that's a very good idea, because if you were living with a couple that were friends of yours and you got pregnant by the husband and had to move out, I would say that you should do everything possible to protect your 12-year-old, and then moving out, and evidently you had a boyfriend at the same time, now you're with the boyfriend, doesn't sound very stable to me. We're only talking about why you think you're entitled to $75 a week child support when the child was living with his father.
Well, he had time to get it shut off, and it wasn't until just recently that he went ahead and did that.
The government works very, very slowly. Look at Congress. And the lower you get, the slower they work. So if you say, boys with me, could you stop the payments? Sure. Eventually they get stuck because it comes right out of your check, I assume.
Comes right out of my check every
$750. Judgment for the plaintiff. Mr. and Mrs. Walker, about 1.5 years ago, the defendant had a daycare. At that time, your children, the oldest was 9, and then you had a 5-year-old and an infant who was 4, and you were working. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. 4 months.
And you brought all 3 children over to the daycare, and this was July 2nd of 2015.
Correct.
This was not the first time you had taken the children to her daycare, is that correct?
That's correct.
How long had they been going to the daycare?
Almost 2 years, my older children were. And since my youngest was about 7 weeks old, I had started taking him to them.
Now, I'm going to start now with you, Miss Shearer.
Yes.
Do you have your own children?
I do.
How old?
I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
So at the time, Miss Walker, I think, dropped off the children. Yes. Your children were at home.
Yes.
So she had 3, you had 4.
3 of my children were at home.
Between your children and her children, there were 6 children.
Correct.
How many other children were you caring for in July of 2015?
That day, I was carrying between 4 and 6 more children.
Between 10 and 12 children?
Correct.
And who was there with you?
My husband.
Period?
Yes.
How much do you get per child for
$20 a day is what I normally charge.
And you were charging her $20 a day or $60?
I don't believe so.
How much was she charging you?
It was $350 for every 2 weeks.
And did you know that she had between 4 and 6 other children aside from her own?
I did not know an exact number, but I knew there was other children there.
Did you know how many people she had taking care of all these children?
No. Well,
Between
who
10
was
and 12
working at the
children?
daycare, I knew that both of them were working at the daycare.
What state do you live in?
Idaho.
You need a license to have a daycare in your house?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have your license?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you care for now?
Between 10 and 12.
With him?
By myself.
Where is he?
He has a job.
Now, your 4-month-old child had a broken leg.
Yes.
And you dropped him off at the daycare. He was fine.
That morning, he was perfectly fine.
Subsequently, you got a call from the defendant who said that she couldn't stop him from crying. Is that right?
Correct.
Your lawsuit wants her to pay for your medical bills because she thought that they would be covered by some Crime Victims Compensation Act. But they weren't because they found that nobody probably purposely broke a child's leg.
They only found that there wasn't enough
Don't
evidence.
tell me what they found. They weren't covered. Now, this is your story that I'm getting from your papers, right? You were in the kitchen cooking.
Correct. It was lunchtime.
In the kitchen, you have a swing set up.
No, in the living room. It's a straight room.
So it's one large room.
Yes.
So the swing is in the living room.
Correct.
And the baby was okay when she dropped the baby off.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'm reading your answer, and you say that the 9-year-old was holding the baby.
Correct.
And playing rough with the baby.
Correct.
Let me see what you wrote here. So her 9-year-old, who you're supposed to be watching, was, let me just get the words right here, Bird. The baby was crying, so his older brother got him out of the swing and he stopped crying.
Correct.
The baby started crying again, and when I turned around, do you remember what you saw?
Yes.
Tell me what you saw.
The brother had the baby on his back on the floor. He had his legs up in the air. He was holding his legs or ankles, and he was twisting him back and forth throughout the living room.
Okay, so what did you do?
I asked him to please stop.
You asked him, according to you, I told him to pick up the baby and play nicely.
Correct.
You're an idiot. How could any state allow you to take care of children? You see a 9-year-old playing roughly with a 4-month-old infant who you have already told to take out of a swing because the baby was crying. That's your job. You leave the sink, or you leave the television, or you leave whatever you're doing, and you go inside and you attend to the baby. Not you. You tell the 9-year-old, play nicely. According to her, I just want you saw the baby being taken by the legs and ankles and swung. This was the motion that you made, and swung around the room. And you say to a 9-year-old, play nicely. I'm going to read on. When the baby continued to cry, and you turn away. Because it says, when the baby continued to cry, I looked to see what was going on. So now you tell him, play nicely. After you saw him swinging around the baby, play nicely, you went back to doing what you're doing. Your nails, the TV, something. Because God knows where he was.
We were making
And the older brother was still not being gentle enough. Again, do you run in Does genius over here run in, take this 4-month-old defenseless infant away from a 9-year-old little boy? No, not the two of you. I told the older brother he wasn't playing with him correctly and to put him back in the swing. The baby never stopped crying after that. If the state of Idaho doesn't take away your license to take care of other people's children, I have no idea who's running that shop. No idea. Outrageous. So I assume from this answer that, according to you, it's the 9-year-old's fault.
I don't know that it happened in my care.
Well, in all the time that you were taking care of the baby, prior to that, did you ever call the mother and say to her, come and pick up the baby won't stop crying?
No.
In all the time that you took care of the baby? No. And this time you called her and said, come and pick up the baby won't stop crying. And within 24 hours, the baby was in surgery for a broken leg. You think that that's coincidental?
Maybe the baby was having a bad day. She had suggested that he was constipated when I called her.
If I were running the social service department in Idaho, tomorrow your license should be yanked. Tomorrow.
They did an investigation and they
Tomorrow! Then the person who did an investigation had an IQ in the double digits. In a minute. Because how you can justify, all you have to read is your answer, which I believe. You and the genius were inside cooking. You have 10 to 12 children, including a 4-month-old infant, and your babies. And you have to be cooking together so that nobody is really watching the 4-month-old baby. Nobody. We're done. I'm so upset. Anyway, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That will cover $4,000 of your medical bills plus some. You have a counterclaim for legal fees because you had to hire a lawyer because of charges that... Good! Counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Are you two married?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You live together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You rented a house
Yes,
from
ma'am.
the defendant?
Yes.
When did you rent the house from the defendant?
I lived there from May 2016 until May 2017.
And I moved there in August till May of 2017.
And, Mr. Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
When you rented the house from Mr. Kimbrough, did he give you a lease? No.
No, ma'am.
How much was the rent?
$525 per month.
And did you give him security deposit?
No, ma'am. I gave him $1,000 security deposit.
Is that correct, Mr. Kimbrough?
That is not correct.
How much security deposit did he give you?
He gave me no security deposit. He was supposed to give me $125.
Show me proof that you gave him $1,000 security deposit.
I don't have.
Okay. Something happened in May. He told you that the house had to be renovated or something.
Yes, ma'am.
You had to
Yes,
move
ma'am.
into another
Yes,
house.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you go?
Well, he said he had another place for us to go to. He had another property that we could stay for the 2 weeks while the renovation was being done.
Fine. So, did you go there?
Yes, ma'am. He took us there the next day.
Just a second. To another house?
Yes.
And you moved into that house also in May?
Yes.
Yes. May 1st.
How long did you stay there?
We stayed about 3 weeks.
No. It was till the 11th when the actual owner of the property
The
came.
11th of May?
Yes.
Okay. And then the real owner came of that property?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And threw you out?
Yes, he came with the police.
Okay. Because she didn't know that you were squatting in her house. Who owned the house?
Jimmy.
How did you have access to the house?
Well, I had access to the house because I'm the RA, which is the resident assistant.
Resident assistant what?
He has about 10 properties.
So you had keys to the house?
Yes.
Okay.
And there was a lockbox there.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So then the real owner came with the police and said, now you have to go because you're squatting in my house. I don't know who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, fine. So you left. Where did you go?
We went to a hotel from that point on till we were able to find another place to move.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I
what
have the
do you...
receipts right
Just
here.
a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you went to a hotel?
Yes.
And you didn't pay him rent in June?
No, we didn't
ma'am.
pay him rent in June.
And did you pay May's rent?
No, we didn't
No,
pay
ma'am.
him
So you
rent in
didn't
May.
pay May's rent either?
No, ma'am.
And so you lived in this other person's house until May 11th?
Yes, ma'am.
And you hadn't paid rent for those 11 days?
No,
No,
we
ma'am.
haven't.
And you didn't pay rent in June?
No, ma'am.
No, we haven't.
And you have no proof that you gave him $1,000 security deposit?
No, ma'am. Not
So
anymore.
what would you like me to do for you?
Well, he told us to take the rent money for that month, move out for
2
weeks, come back because he's going to renovate the place.
So what? So he
So
lied. I mean, what's your damage?
The damages are punitive damages, Your Honor. In the process of all of this, I lost my job. I wasn't able to get to work. I had to resign my work because I needed to find another place to stay. I overdrafted my bank account because I immediately didn't have available funds to rent a motel for $300. I did have $500 that I was making payments monthly.
He's not paying you money.
For him.
Listen to me. He's not paying you
money. But, well...
He's not paying you. He's not paying you for losing your job. He's not paying you because you were inconvenienced.
He's supposed to give us a 30-day notice. He told us on Friday to...
Do you have a lease?
No, but
Listen to me. Do you have a lease?
No, ma'am, not anymore.
You never had a lease with him?
No, ma'am.
He didn't bring it. He said he would. He never did.
Okay. So we have nothing. Now you have a counterclaim. And your counterclaim says that they damaged the property.
Yes.
How did they damage the property?
Well...
Just a second. Do you own the property?
No, I do not.
Do you have a power of attorney from the owner of the property?
No, but I was the contractor for the owner.
Show me that you were the contractor for the owner.
I also have a copy of a 30-day notice.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Okay. I have a lease from the owner showing that I was also renting from the same house. I just sublet.
Your Honor, he did not live
We're
there
done.
at all.
Mr. Doherty, I'm going to start with you, sir. You wanted to rent a motorcycle for your son who was coming to visit.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had rented motorcycles for him to ride previously from the plaintiff.
Yes, ma'am, 3 times.
And how much do you pay for each use?
I think it was about $130.
A day?
A day, yes, ma'am.
And this last time that you reserved the motorcycle for your son's visit, how many days did you reserve it for?
For 3 days, ma'am.
For $390.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you personally call her?
I called, yes, ma'am.
And gave her the dates that you wanted to reserve the motorcycle?
Yes, ma'am.
What were the dates that you wanted to reserve?
That was Thanksgiving. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The 3 days starting with Thanksgiving of 2015.
So was that the 25th?
I think that's the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
26th?
27th and 28th, I believe.
And on what date did you call her?
I called on September 16th, 2015.
And then you found out that your son, for some reason, wasn't coming.
Right.
When did you call the plaintiff back and tell her that the plan had changed and you wanted to cancel?
That was September 17th, 2015.
And that's all documented. So far, is that all correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how many motorcycles do you have?
I own 14 motorcycles.
And I assume that you have documents to show me that all of your 14 motorcycles were rented for the 26th, 27th, and 28th of November.
No, they weren't all rented at that time. That was pretty far ahead of time that he called.
So you ran his credit card for $390. He called you within 24 hours to tell you that his plan has changed. And you told him, according to your papers, that you had a no refund policy, that you would send him vouchers for another time. He said, I want my money back. And to make a long story short, they ultimately sided with him and took the money back from you. That's why you're here.
Ultimately, it went back into my account when he dropped the dispute at the end.
So what are you doing here? Go ahead.
Well, I'm suing for the NSF charges that I incurred for the money going in and out, the taxes that I had to pay, and the inconvenience of it all.
I'm not giving you a quarter. I think that you're a very bad businesswoman.
Ma'am,
I think
he called
that you
3 days later.
I think that
he
you
canceled 3 days later. My policy is no refunds.
Miss Nola. Miss
It's in my
Nola.
policy.
I'm talking, you're not.
I understand.
I'm talking, you're not. Let me tell you this. I just went over with him the dates. And
They're not
I said,
correct.
is all, don't speak. I said, is all of that correct?
No.
And you said, yeah. You want me to play back the tape? You said correct.
The dates are not correct. The facts are correct. The dates are not correct. He called 3 days after he booked. I
Great.
have no cancellation.
Just a second.
No
I'm
cancellation
speaking.
policy.
Hey, I'm speaking. Listen
No
to me.
cancellation policy.
I don't give a rat's
So why do people put these in
Listen to me. I don't give a rat's behind about what you're going to show me. I'm not giving you another penny. Not another penny. If the money went back into your account.
Because he was wrong. That's why he dropped the dispute.
No, let me tell you something. If I was in
Why
business.
did he drop the dispute?
If you're going to talk over me, I'm going to throw you out of
Why
here
did
and
he
not
drop
even
the dispute
explain.
would be my
Hey, just
question.
a second. If you're going to try to talk over me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to throw you out.
Yes, ma'am.
It would be my pleasure anyway. In answer to my question, you did say the dates were correct. Then you changed. Don't speak. Then you changed it later when you saw the direction I was going in. That's number one. Number two, I asked you whether all 14 motorcycles were rented for that period of time. 26th, 27th, 28th. Your response to me, because it's on tape, was, no, they weren't. And he called pretty far in advance. So the second thing is that you suffered no damage as a result of his canceling, because the rest of your motorcycles weren't rented. He only rented one. I'm not finished yet.
I understand.
I'm not finished yet.
I understand.
So if I were in business with a customer who had reserved and used my business before 3 times,
That
and
understood
they
the
call-
policy.
Hey, just
That understood the policy.
goodbye. Your case is dismissed.
That's
We're
great.
done. So now you come home and you see that he has painted the fence that faces his property a color that you didn't like. And what do?
I went over to his house, went inside his house.
Just a second. Let's do this slowly. You went to his house.
I went to his house.
Was his door open?
The front door was open, the screen door was closed.
Did you ring a bell?
No, he saw me coming.
Just don't tell me what he saw. Did
No.
you ring a bell?
No,
Did you knock at the door?
no.
Did someone say, come in?
Yes.
Who?
He did, and his helper there.
So you
she
stood
actually
out.
opened the door for me to come in.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
You're his home health aide.
Yeah. I'm with him.
Do you live together or are you his aide?
Oh, we're good friends.
Okay. So she let you in. And where was he when she let you in?
He was sitting on his couch on the end of the couch.
And what did you do?
I stood back away from him at least
How
8
far
feet.
away?
I was at least 8 feet away. The coffee table and the living room distance was between me and him. I just stepped in through the door.
And?
And I pointed my finger at him like this and raised my voice and told him how mad I was and upset. And
No, I
said,
want you to tell me exactly what you said.
I said, I am so upset with you right now, Ron. I just don't know what to do. The only recourse I'm going to have is to take you to court. And he started calling me a son of a... And I turned around and left. As I got about 3 feet away from the front door, he still was calling me a son of a... and told me he was going to get even with me and take care of me. Well, I already know that he has a history.
No.
Okay.
Don't tell me what you know. So you said...
So, knowing that he has a rifle standing at his door, I turned around and went back in, and I said, are you going to threaten me?
No, just a second. Now, you're almost out the door. And when you went back in, where did you go back in?
I went back in about 3 or 4 feet closer to him.
So now,
there was a coffee
where
table
you were
between
8
us.
feet away, when you were pointing your finger at him.
I wasn't pointing my finger at him that time.
No, you were... Pay attention. When you were 8 feet away from him and pointing your finger at him, you were 8 feet away.
Right.
Now he says, I know, whatever, and you know he's got a rifle, and you know, so then you turned around and came back and went closer to him.
Yes, ma'am.
So now instead of being 8 feet away, you're 3 feet away.
No, I was about 4 feet away.
Now you're 4 feet away. This
it does
is not
make a difference, Your Honor.
4 feet. So now you're 4 feet away. So what's separating you from where the defendant is sitting on the sofa?
The corner of his coffee table.
And then?
Well, first he repeats what I am again, and I said, you'd better stop saying that. You're not insulting me, you're insulting my mother.
Oh,
and I'm
get
not
over.
going to put up with that. I'm sorry, Your Honor, that's why I was raised.
Come on, let's go.
So
let's go.
Anyway, he just kept saying it, and then he picks up a Pepsi can and throws it at me, and I swerved where he couldn't hit me with it. When I swerved, he still hit me in the chest.
Just a second. Are you telling me that the soda can, because he did throw a soda can, he says he threw it on the floor in frustration. I don't believe that because I read your answer. But now are you telling me that the soda can, pay careful attention because I have what you wrote. Now are you telling me that the soda can hit you in the chest? Be careful what you answer because you already made one mistake in what you wrote. Are you telling me now that the soda can hit you in the chest? Miss Sonkrant, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
K with
Oh,
the
with
heart.
K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. God. Everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture.
Correct.
And how did you get furniture?
Miss Sonkran offered to get
What did she
furniture
say?
for me. She knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store, and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
And what kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was a machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking you if you think it's right that she pay for it.
Me and him were together.
I didn't ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think it's right that she pay for it?
Yeah, I should pay for it? No, I don't think it's...
Bird, that one's irritating me. Would you get it ready?
Sure. Man.
You don't have to bring your new girlfriends. It's annoying. Do you understand?
Yes.
Just annoying. Now, Miss Sonkrant.
Yes.
When did you and Mr. Nichols break up?
In the beginning of December.
When was the first payment due on the furniture?
What would have been September? October 24th.
Who made that payment?
He made that payment.
Show me.
I only have the bills. I don't have it showing that he paid, but I have evidence of him saying that he was paying me.
I would like to see that.
All of these.
Isn't it nice I got rid of the new girlfriend? Just in case you think I'm going to be exceedingly hard on him. I just want you to read some of these emails back and forth.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me whether, based upon these emails, you would buy U.S. savings bonds.
Do they still sell those?
If you have confidence in the country. You told her you were going to pay her for the furniture. Unfortunately, your choice of language was such that the camera operator here can't take a picture of it because you only know how to express yourself using four-letter expletives.
I don't believe...
You don't believe what?
Where did I say that I paid her? I told her I was going to pay for it.
Would you show Shakespeare, please, the emails? In the emails is where you told her.
Yeah, man.
Now you see where you told her you were going to pay her?
Yes, I remember those conversations.
Good. $2,235. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good. Pay attention to me. He painted the side of the fence that faces his property a red stain. I'm forming a visual.
Here's a perfect visual picture.
I want you to answer my question.
Okay.
So he painted the fence that only the side that faced his property, a fence that you put in the contract he was to pay for half of, a color that he wanted.
No, I didn't agree to a color he wanted.
No. What he did was he painted the side of the fence. You know, you're obstinate. He painted the side of the fence that faced his property, a fence that he was required to pay half for.
Which did not.
You're not paying attention.
Okay. All right.
A color that pleased him. That's what you're complaining about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'll take a look at your picture.
In the pictures, it does show the property line where the fence is built on my property. He had to trespass onto my property to paint the fence.
Is what you're telling me, sir, that by walking up to this fence to paint it or to have it painted, he was on your property?
Yes, ma'am.
Baloney. Baloney.
Well, he was, ma'am.
Baloney.
There's pictures there that show
Baloney. That faces his house.
It may face his house, but it's on my property. I paid $4,500. He paid $7,000.
Now, this is the color that you're complaining about?
That's the color of my house. That's the color I painted without any question my fence.
Just a second. You painted this, so this is what you look at.
Yes, ma'am.
That matches the trim of your house.
Yes, ma'am.
And this red here
faces my house. My house is in the backdrop.
Just a second. This is your house.
Yes, ma'am.
On the other side of this is his house.
A complete property
John,
over.
I want you to answer my question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a complete fence around all the property.
Yes, ma'am.
The only way you can see this color is by going around all the fences and looking from his side of the property.
No, ma'am, that's not the only way.
Well, what other way can you do it? You can do it with a drone.
It's completely visible to the rest of the neighborhood, anybody on the street, anybody on the sidewalk.
Who cares? That has nothing to do with you. They may like this color. It has nothing to do with you. So your house is completely surrounded by a fence that's painted this dark color that's consistent with your trim on your house, which it absolutely is consistent with the trim on your house. And that's the only thing that you see when you look out your windows. Am I making myself clear? Do you understand
I understand.
that? I want to make sure that 10 million people understand this. When you look out your kitchen window, your living room window, your bedroom window, your bathroom window, the only color fence you see from inside your house, from your backyard, that your children see, that your grandchildren see, that your wife sees, is this color fence. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017.
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this main street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me, across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see it.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of car was it?
2017 Porsche Boxster. Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped?
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry, I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information?
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No, your number.
I have the complete text exchange between us.
May I see it?
No license.
Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney. That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney, because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We stopped.
You wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were very close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son? How to lie?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, "I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you."
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said. Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
Okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there. And I have to be very careful because sometimes people blow.
We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful, because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? Nope. I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn, and I was going, and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped, and I didn't feel anything or hear anything, and so I was relieved. I rolled down my window, and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car, and she backed up, and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car, and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, "Our insurance said there was no contact between..."
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
Would you like to see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance
Then
company.
I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance
I don't
company.
read letters from insurance companies.
I have 2 estimates.
You have the final
And
bill there, Kim.
Just a second. Just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is
Just
tainted.
would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for all
give her
those
the
documents.
estimate.
I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Mr. George, I'm going to speak to you. This is your stepdaughter.
Yes.
And this is your daughter?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that there was an argument in your house
Yes.
and that your stepdaughter and your daughter caused some damage to both the house and later to a car.
Yes.
Miss Carroll says that this argument was precipitated by something that you did, that she really didn't cause any damages, all as a result of your bad behavior. So, Miss Carroll, I'm going to start with you. Let me try to understand what this argument was about. On the 13th of May of this year, according to what I read in your mother and stepfather's petition, you came to your mother's home because some friends of yours had a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
And these people didn't have the wherewithal to take care of this baby.
Yes, the proper things.
So you came to the house to see if you could give the baby to your mother.
No, Your Honor, I didn't come to the house to see if I can give the baby to my mother. I asked her if it was possible to watch the baby because she did offer, so we came back.
That's not what I'm reading. So you wanted your mother to take care of the baby until you came back from where?
Just for the mother to have a break, just back to my house, just for the break.
For how long?
For a couple hours, that's what was discussed.
That's not what I'm getting from here. What I'm getting from here is that the fight was about you wanted your mother to take care of the baby for an extended period of time, and your mother said to you, well, I don't mind doing that, but we'd have to do it legally through the court. Well, legally through the court is not for a couple of hours babysitting. Legally through the court means you wanted to leave the baby with them.
Correct.
Well, then which one is it? Listen. If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a long memory. If you're going to make up stories, you're going to look very foolish and it's going to be very unpleasant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Now, on the 13th of May of this year, you came and you asked your mother to do what?
To watch the child.
For how long?
For a long period of time.
Did you tell her why?
Because the parent didn't have anything for the baby at all, and I don't have anything at my house because I don't have any kids. And my mom has a 2-year-old, which is my youngest sister, so she has supplies and things for the baby that we do not have, I do not have.
Well, did these people live with you, the mother of this baby, the father of this baby? How do you know them?
I met her through another friend, and we're close friends.
I mean, is there something wrong with her?
She came asking for help to me because everyone turned her down for a specific reason, which I did not know that.
They turned her down for what reason?
I do not know the reason they turned her down, but that's my friend.
When you asked your mother if she would take this baby for an extended period of time, what did your mother say to you?
My mother says she will take the baby with proper documentation.
So she wanted to go through court.
Exactly.
And what did you say to her?
I said, okay, Ma, then we can do that, no problem. But the mother didn't have the stuff for the baby because she had a situation incident where she lost her apartment, she was homeless, and she did not have proper documentation because all the baby stuff and her stuff had gotten lost in the moving situation. That's what I was trying to explain to my mother.
What stuff? You mean like a birth certificate?
Birth certificate, social security card, and she did not have the money to replace anything else. She was messed up.
Listen, if this is your good friend, why didn't you say, come and stay with me?
I'm not in that situation right now, Your Honor.
What do you mean you're not in that situation? You have no kids. You said to me, I have no kids. This is a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And she was homeless. Why didn't you say, come move in with me?
Okay, so back in New York, I have a program apartment to the point where somebody else is paying my rent. So I'm not allowed to have people live with me while I'm in that program apartment. So therefore, my mom pays her own rent out of pocket. I don't pay out of pocket. I get help. So therefore...
You have children?
No children. I'm single.
Do you work?
No, I do not work. I receive disability.
In any event, at some point, the argument with your mother precipitated your stepfather, according to you, coming in to find out what this was all about.
Exactly.
Because mother said, I'm not doing this unless it's through the courts, so I have proper documentation. Your stepfather, according to you, came in and said, what are you trying to do? You want us to take this baby so that you and your friends could go out partying and having a good time? And then you and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it isn't.
Mind your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's not between me.
Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
not my
listen to
legal
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with her husband who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So what do you mean it has nothing to do with him? So you told him to butt out, it had nothing to do with you, it only has to do with my mother?
Yes.
You mean you think that when a baby cries in the middle of the night, only one set of ears hears that baby crying in the middle of the night? Or two sets of ears?
Two sets of ears.
Yeah, two sets of ears. Where you're not, because you're living in prepaid housing for single people without a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So he said, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And then what happened?
Then I started speaking back to him, telling him basically...
Not basically. You told him it was none of his business. It was between you and your mother.
Yes, I did tell him that, Your Honor.
Right. And then?
We started going to a verbal argument, like I told you.
Okay, so you were shouting at each
other,
and
saying
then,
disrespectful
and
things
then,
to each other.
And then?
And then Larry then came over, past my mom, because I guess I said something to him that hit the heart. He came over after me. The TV is sitting on the table. It's a flat screen, very fragile. It's sitting on the table. Larry pushes me into the TV. My elbow then hits the TV.
What?
My mom grabs him.
Okay, now let's stop right there. So that's how the TV got broken, according to you. How'd the TV get broken?
The TV got broken because Miss Valencia was very angry.
Don't tell me she was very angry.
Okay,
Just
the
tell
TV
me
got
what.
broke because she hit the TV.
How?
Like this. She punched it.
With her what?
With her fist. Like she shoved it like that.
Where was your husband?
Well, the way my apartment is, I was trying to get Valencia to leave because I asked my husband for permission about the child. And he said no, absolutely not, so that they could run the street. So as I was trying to get Valencia, my daughter, out because the verbal got really crazy, I was bringing her past and she said, Mike Larry, and she pushed the TV.
Okay, good. You have a bill for the TV?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I also have photos of my TV as well.
No, just give me a bill for the TV. I want to see when you bought it and what you paid for it.
Okay, I purchased it out of Walmart. I did not know that I needed the actual receipt. I don't have the actual receipt. I had bought it years ago.
How many years ago?
Maybe about a year and a half ago.
Now I'll see a picture of it. So after the TV got broken,
yes,
what happened next?
Me and my friend then left the house.
Oh, so you were there with your friend?
Yes, she was there.
With the baby?
Yes, the baby was there with her. We were all upstairs. We came upstairs because we was asking her if she can take the baby. It wouldn't be correct if the baby wasn't there.
It's not like you're pawning off a kitten, you know. This is not a kitten.
Your Honor, like I said, the
Or a
offer
bird.
was made, so we tried to take the offer. Why not?
Because it's not a parakeet, it's a child. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I had hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor. Sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor.
She offered to do the roof herself?
That's what she offered, with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work in his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid?
I reimbursed employees that
Don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't get any kind of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992.
Mm-hmm.
In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I've just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the locks. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court, approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed for protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house?
And no contact me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down with ocular migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. Okay. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his order, because it was default. I was not able to make it.
He has an order of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So what part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have...
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days. And I have text messages and his employees that worked under me, the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Down with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was
at the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexatious litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
By a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which means the judge has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is the brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yeah.
He assaulted, there's no such thing. He assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know that you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean?
Well, he has
You say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot of
drugs.
drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
What'd you beat him up for?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick? Now.
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High School in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online. You don't leave the house. No. But you don't go to school.
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of hers, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
Oh, 6 months, 5-6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong with
Social
his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it.
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much to go on, and the only job that I had going for me was the casino, and thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you? Mm-hmm. You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes,
stole
Your Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get some picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time-
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
at work.
And your mom?
At work.
And how old are you?
I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture for him, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door?
Yes.
And you locked the door behind you?
Yes. And then I locked it and went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went
Did you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2.
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
Car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they're borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala. It wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver, grayish.
How far from your house was it?
Probably a block or 2 away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah.
And it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Oh, okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay, so you had prepared food for them?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone?
Food was gone.
As well as the cash?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which
Correct.
so I can...
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. Money's gone. I called Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here. For coming home, we're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? She wakes up. What's going on? What's going on? And we know you took the money. We want our money. We were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it's all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said it was all
Yes.
my idea.
We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said.
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done. Went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Well, what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him.
They
He
never
wasn't
even asked.
concerned with that, though.
No.
How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did.
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account, but she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes,
He
Your Honor.
pled guilty to something, and
Your
as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. Is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that, Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly. So you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before, from
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week?
maybe twice a month.
On the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor, at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give me the
September
date.
14th
Of last year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of
2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So you had that job for less than 8 weeks.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for
I
Dairy
was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job? I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started. And January 5th, maybe, was when
So
I
you
quit.
worked there also for less than 8 weeks.
Yeah,
And that was January of 2016.
correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store, gas station.
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay, May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months.
Yes.
In 2015.
Correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. That was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
Yes.
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented? Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there?
I was assistant manager.
You were selling a car.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payments start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
Then you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th and made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
yes.
sir.
Yes,
Not
she was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made one payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month. So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made one payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
One payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out. You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made
Make to
one
in-
payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text him, and I can't show you.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
all my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things.
Sorry, Miss Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
yet,
she also
you didn't make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No, I
thing.
didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just...
You had the car, while she was at work, you had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out, she looks for her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there was one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with the insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam, you acknowledge you made no payments in December and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made 1 payment. You asked me if I made 2. And I do have proof. I mean, and it's...
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture. You're
talking about
right there?
here?
And here's the...
You're talking about here?
Yeah.
Of insurance payments. I've been paying insurance.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What? It looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident.
No.
It looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a foot.
or a ball, right?
Something.
Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Ms. Tickle, you boarded a horse at the defendant's facility, and you claimed the horse was injured while at that facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in addition, that when you tried to get the horse from the facility, the defendant sort of held the horse ransom because she claimed that you owed her money.
Yes.
And I read her answer, and her answer is clear. She said that the horse was, in fact, injured at her facility, correct?
Yes.
And that she immediately called your vet, correct?
Yes.
And that your vet said that in order for your vet to come out to look at the horse, she would have to pay a past due bill of yours in addition to that visit that the vet would make. So what's the name of your vet?
It's one of my vets. It's Dr.
The vet that you called?
Dr. Purdue, who's the person she indicated on the boarding agreement as her vet of record.
Fine. On what date was the horse injured?
September 7th.
Okay. Now, on September 7th, did you owe Dr. Purdue money? That's very easy. I can make a call.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you owe Dr. Purdue?
$280.
How long did you owe Dr. Purdue the $280?
It was 6 months or so, 9 months.
Why didn't you pay the doctor their bill?
I had sold my house and had moved.
Well,
and
okay. You didn't pay the bill. Okay, so
Right.
she's absolutely correct. Called the doctor. The doctor said she owes me money. I'm not coming out to see this horse unless you pay what she owes me plus the visit.
Which was $900, not $250.
Not $280.
Not $280. It was $900. That's what they told me. And it was a year in arrears.
Now, on September 7th, did Miss Tickle owe you any money for boarding the horse?
Yes, she had not paid September's board, which was due on the 1st.
Did she pay August's bill?
She did, but I think it was late.
But she paid August's bill, so by September 7th, she really wasn't that much delayed.
Not too late, no. But she had disappeared and the horse was supposed to be picked up on September 1st and I hadn't heard from her and couldn't reach her.
Just a second. When you say the horse was supposed to be picked up, what does that mean?
She advised me sometime in July that the horse was going to be picked up on September 1st. But I never heard from her. She never showed up. Nothing happened. She never called, text, nothing, zero. I thought the horse had been abandoned.
Okay. Now, on September 1st, had you made an arrangement, because I read your complaint, to transfer the horse to another facility that was closer? That's what you say. So be careful your answer.
Right. The date, though, is incorrect. It was an oral statement that
I don't care if it's oral or not. Did you tell her that you were going to be picking up the horse on September 1st because according to you, you were looking for another facility that was much closer to me? Because you told her
But
that.
not on, I said I need to find the right facility. My horse has known allergies, which she gets hives, Your Honor, that are all over her body, and it's a health problem. The hives break open. She's not able to lay down. They get
So why didn't you pay your vet?
I paid my vet when I got the bill. There was a problem with my getting mail to my new address. So
when did you move?
I moved in August, put everything in storage. In September, I moved.
Well, this bill was due in December,
Right,
according
this
to
was
you.
in
So you would have
December.
gotten it January, February, March, April, May. You would have gotten the bill.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Usually, I was present when the vet would come out. This is the first time a vet has ever seen my horse. I've owned her 10 years without me being present.
Ms. Tickle, let's go. How much did you pay the defendant when you went to pick up the horse?
When I went to pick up the horse
Yes, in September.
When I actually picked her up in September.
How much did you pay her? Well, let me go back.
Okay.
Ms. Joint, how much was her monthly boarding fee?
$325.
So she owed you that in September?
She owed me that, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know how the horse was injured? It had a large hole in its chest.
I have no idea how the horse was injured. No one was there, no one saw it. It's impossible to know. Horses unfortunately injure themselves quite regularly in their paddocks and you don't know necessarily how they did it.
I'd like to see what you wrote up about the horse's injury.
What I wrote about
Did you have a log, I assume, that you keep with regard to the horses that you board?
I don't board horses regularly. This was a one-off situation. She was a companion horse for my horse because another horse went away, so they didn't like being alone. But it's not a regular thing. It's kind of like a roommate situation.
Do you have a contract?
Yes.
I'd like to look at it.
Okay. I met the defendant because she advertised a stall for rent, boarding stalls in Craigslist.
How long did you keep your horse there?
From January 13th, 2014 until
So it was there for a very long time, and
Yes.
clearly you were satisfied.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have moved it.
Right. Everything was fine up until I got hurt.
This is your contract. And this says that if the horse becomes injured, which the horse clearly was, that it's your responsibility to first try to contact the border.
Which I did desperately.
Just a second. That's fine. And the second thing that you do is if you can't contact her, she gives you permission to contact her vet.
Correct.
Which you did.
Correct.
If the border's veterinarian is unavailable, the border authorizes the stable to call its veterinarian in an emergency, and that the border will be fully responsible for all veterinary charges so incurred. So you really had the responsibility to call a vet, but it's her responsibility to pay.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Correct. So the part of your request for vet bills, she's not responsible for those pursuant to this contract. You are.
Right, Your Honor, but her boarding contract, she doesn't have a home occupational permit to run a boarding stable in Simi Valley, and that's required to...
Hey, you kept the horse there for 9 months.
Right.
When did you have this epiphany that she wasn't allowed to do what she was doing? When did you have this epiphany? When you had a problem? What I'm telling you is you have a contract, and your contract says that you pay the vet bill. Right now, you owe her $325 because your horse was there in the month of September. Has this happened? You paid it?
Yes, I did.
Great. How much did you pay her?
I paid $325. I sent it to her through bill pay.
Is that correct?
It was cancelled. I have an email from my bank saying it was cancelled.
I canceled it, Your Honor, after...
So you owe her $325?
No, I paid that... She gave me a billing, Your Honor, when I came. She never
Pick up the horse. She said to you, you're not getting the horse unless you give me so much money.
Right, and she added on erroneous charges and add-ons.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $1,584.
Okay, now we come back to you. What is $1,584 for?
I have a line item billing of everything that I did for the horse, being that I had understood the horse was abandoned for the last 2 months.
Well, I don't care what you understand, actually. I don't care what you understand. 7 days is not abandoned.
She had not been to see that horse for months.
That's not true.
That's actually impossible because she told me that a month prior or 2 months prior, she had a conversation with you that she was moving the horse.
I believe it was a text exchange.
I don't care if it was text or by smoke signals.
She had not been to the facility to see her horse.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. So far, she owes you $325 for boarding for the month of September.
I'd be happy to show you the billing with the receipts that I have.
She paid you in August.
I apologize. It's complicated because we had
Just a second. No way. No way. So baloney. Take it back. She owes you $325 because the horse hadn't been there the whole month of September. According to this, twice a month.
She also paid hay in addition to the bull.
I understand that.
And I fed her horse and I gave it medical care, which it was essential, or the horse could have got an infection and been very sick.
Let me tell you what you were required to do pursuant to your contract. You were required to get a vet.
I did. I called the vet and
No, I read your answer.
I spoke to the vet.
I read your answer.
And he gave me his recommendation.
I read your answer. You don't get paid for that. You personally, unless you paid it, just a second. Listen to me.
It's left at my property.
Listen
that's
to me
abandoned.
carefully. Unless the vet sent you a bill, you don't get paid for that.
How do you?
Did the vet send you the bill for the I'm speaking. Just answer the question. Did the vet send you a bill for the conversation that you had with the vet to tell you how to fix the injury, this large gaping hole in the horse's chest that happened while it was under your care?
No.
Did the vet tell? The answer is no.
He gave me free
so
advice because he
$1,584
knew
less
I thought it was
$325,
abandoned.
which is actually what she owed you, which she didn't pay, which is $1,622. So far, $1,261. Then you do have to feed your horse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So how much does it cost for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
It was $100 a month average for 6 bales of hay. That's what my size horse consumes.
Over the 9-month period, what did you pay?
I paid
for
on
food?
average of $120 a month.
Well, now it's from 100 to 120. Why don't we think again? How much did you pay for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
$120 a month was for the hay.
Fine. Less 120.
No, I paid that though. I paid that. She would give me,
In
she would
September?
tell me the amount.
Just a second. In September?
That's in her billing.
Just a second. What
That's
billing?
in her billing that she gave to me.
Oh, I'm deducting certain figures. I'm deducting from what you gave her, $15.84. I'm deducting what you owe her,
Right.
$325 for the boarding for the month of September.
Right.
You owe her $120 for food. I'm deducting that from the money that you gave her. This is your lawsuit.
$60, Your Honor, because it would have been half the month.
So far, $1,141 is what you're entitled to back from what she gave you, because you're not getting paid for the vet, for you acting like a vet on a horse that was injured on your watch. Food and her monthly boarding for September. What else does she owe you?
Grain, because I had to start feeding the horse because it was losing weight. It was in
Grain.
stress.
Had you, just a second. In the 9 months that you had the horse there, other than September, did you ever feed the horse and bill her for grain? The answer is either yes.
She brought the grain up until around July timeframe. June, July, I started feeding the horse because she was no longer bringing food for it.
Just a second. I'm giving you hay. That's in your deal. And I gave you for the whole month, not just half of it. What I asked you was, had you ever previously billed her for grain?
Before July, no, because she bought her
Okay,
own.
$11.41. What else?
The medical care. I flushed that wound 3 times a day.
$11.41. That's what you're entitled to, not $4,803. $11.41. That takes off the food for the horse and the $325 that you owe her.
Okay.
It actually says in my contract that I'm entitled to bill for medical care I provide the horse if I have to.
No. Now, it says that you are required to provide veterinary care.
I gave the
by
horse
a
veterinary care under veterinary advice.
Are you a licensed veterinary
No,
doctor?
but my witness is a vet tech, and I went under her advice and the doctor's advice
Good.
on how
You don't
to
get
treat the
paid for
wound.
that. $11.41. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
If it were her horse and the tables were turned, I would have called another vet and another vet and another vet.
She didn't contact me for a week after the horse was injured.
Until I had that horse, the gapping wound.
I texted her, I called her, I emailed her.
Sealed up and cleaned up.
I went way above and beyond.
I learned a lesson. I will never board at a private backyard facility.
Take care of your animals and go visit them when you're supposed to.
And certainly not through one I find on Craigslist.
Ms. Terragrassa, how long did you and Mr. Gerasi live together?
I was 17, so it was about 7 to 8 years. We were together for 10 years.
How many years did you and the defendant live together?
We lived together for 7 years.
At some point, you moved into a home.
Yes, he purchased the home.
In what year?
2014.
And at the time you purchased a home together, the house was placed in his name.
Yes.
You were not married.
We were engaged.
You were not married.
No.
Your child was born when?
In 2013.
Now, in 2013, were you employed?
No.
In 2014, were you employed?
No.
2015, were you employed?
Towards the end of the year, yes.
In what month and for whom?
I believe it was November, and it was for Lowe's.
Okay, so most of 2013, 2014, 2015, the vast majority of those 3 years you were unemployed.
Yes.
What about 2012?
Yes, I was working.
For whom?
It was RMA Legal.
For how long?
I was there for about a year and a half.
So, starting in 2013, you were unemployed and Mr. Gerasi was supporting you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is what the case is about. When you moved into this house, you used a credit card in 2014 to purchase some appliances for the house.
Yes.
Credit card was in your name.
Yes. He didn't have the credit to put it in his.
Whatever. He had credit to buy a house.
After he purchased the house, they wouldn't approve
He had
him.
credit to buy a house, and he had a job. So you bought the appliances for the house
Yes, Your Honor.
on your credit card.
They were under my credit card, yes.
And when you separated in what month and year?
September of 2016.
And he did not pay this credit card.
No, he was supposed to. I was not working at the time. He was responsible for paying the bills.
Why weren't you working?
Because I was a stay-at-home mother for our son.
Well, what'd you do between September 16 and almost September 17?
Well, right now I'm living in a small apartment with just me and my son. He's only paying me $100 a month for child support. I don't have the money to pay off.
What are you doing?
Right now I'm working.
Good. And how are you working? You still have a child.
Yes.
So how are you working?
He's in daycare.
Right.
During the day.
Right. Duh. So what you want him to do is you want him to pay off this credit card.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't have the appliances. In 2014 as well.
I don't care whether you have the appliances or not. And a fireplace. When was the fireplace put in the house?
In 2014 as well.
2014, and it was a fireplace that was a gift.
From my mother, yes.
I don't care. It was a gift for the house. I mean, it wasn't a pair of socks or a pair of underpants. It was a fireplace, so it was for the house. So you wanted to pay off the credit card and you want the fireplace back. Fireplace you can't have back because it was a gift for the house. The house belongs to him. Now, what I don't understand is, actually, you were supported over a period of 3.5 years. Your only financial contribution to the household were a washer and a dryer or a refrigerator. Don't you feel sort of ridiculous?
Yes. It was a Christmas gift, yes.
I don't care. It was a gift for the house. I mean, it wasn't a pair of socks or a pair of underpants. It was a fireplace, so it was for the house. So you wanted to pay off the credit card and you want the fireplace back. Fireplace you can't have back because it was a gift for the house. The house belongs to him. Now, what I don't understand is, actually, you were supported over a period of 3.5 years. Your only financial contribution to the household were a washer and a dryer or a refrigerator. Don't you feel sort of ridiculous?
Your Honor, my family also contributed a lot towards that house as well. My grandma gave thousands of dollars. You know, we were together for 10 years.
Mr. Girassi says that you waited this year before you raised the issue of the credit card because you left him for somebody else. And when that didn't work out, now you're coming after him for money.
No, that's not true.
So let's go back a second. You left the house, I assume. Where did you go?
I got an apartment, Your Honor. With my son.
With what money?
It was my grandmother's. She has an apartment upstairs and let me stay there for reasonable pricing.
So your grandmother let you stay in her apartment. Now, I'd like you to tell me what appliances were purchased on the credit card.
We had a refrigerator, a dishwasher, a stove, and a microwave.
And altogether, how much was that?
I'm not really sure, maybe $3,500 the most. I'm not really too sure about how much it was. I don't have the bill.
Do you have the bill?
I have the receipts, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at them. I have a bill here for a plasma TV. Do you still have the plasma TV?
Yes.
Okay. Microwave oven and dishwasher. All of that came to $33.59. 2 years later, you separate. Which of these things do you want?
I just want to pay off the bill.
How did you handle your finances?
When?
When you were living together.
He paid the bills.
Did you have a joint account?
We did have a joint account, yes, Your Honor.
So you got money in to put into the joint account, and you got money to put into the joint account from the defendant, and
Yes,
you paid the bills.
I bought the food for the house.
I'm asking you who wrote out the checks.
Sal.
Did you write out the checks?
No, Your Honor. She had full access to my account. She wrote out all the bills. There was her student loan was coming out of my account, her Bloomingdale's bill, her Macy's bill.
I see them.
Yes.
What kind of work do you do,
And those
Mr.
are my accounts.
Girassi, what kind of work do you do?
I am a fire alarm inspector for New York City. A fire alarm inspector for New York City.
The Chase savings account. Whose savings account is this?
It was in both of our names.
And what happened to that savings account?
Well, both of us transferred money into the checking to pay bills.
So you kept it in the savings account so you could get a little bit of interest?
It turned out to be a total checking, or whatever, like, I don't know, they changed the account to checking and savings in one.
What kind of pet did you have?
We have we had 2 boxes. One of them passed away at 4, and then I went out and got another one.
Is the Chase card that you're talking about end in 5612?
I don't remember the numbers on it, I'm sorry.
Well, what credit card are you talking about?
PC Richards.
Oh, it's just a PC Richards account?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Now, you both had access to take out money from ATMs with this card?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that right? I see that. Your card was 9038. Arby's, Chipotle, Sinclair's Pub West in Babylon. Your card ended in 9038.
I don't remember what the card number was, Your Honor.
Is that her card?
On the paper, all my card numbers are on there. On the first page that I gave you?
Yeah.
Whatever's highlighted, those are my cards because those are all closed out.
Whatever we did or purchased food-wise, we were together while we were doing it.
Doesn't matter. You lived like a family. You know, at some point you have to say, you know what? I lived pretty well. He took care of me pretty well. And he paid the rent, he paid the gas, he paid the electric, he paid the utilities. And if I took on the responsibility 4 years ago or 3 years ago of taking out a credit card and buying some appliances, they came to $3,300. I'm a big girl, and I can't give him back the food I ate or having my hair done. I can't give him back those things.
I didn't work because I was home taking care of our son. It's not like when I started working, I did contribute.
No, the truth of the matter is that's not true. Because your son wasn't born. You didn't work a year before he was born.
Because I was on a very high-risk pregnancy.
Let me tell you I have all kinds of problems with this case. First of all, it's very hard to separate when people aren't married what's yours and what's mine and what's left. You have no obligation to support her at all. You have obligation.
I just pay child support.
You have an obligation to contribute to your son's support. Do you see him?
Yes.
Okay. Often?
Yes, every other weekend.
Good. All of these appliances have depreciated in value since they were bought 2.5 years ago. So one of the things that was purchased 2.5 years ago was a big television set. That's the only thing that really can easily come out of your house, right?
Yes.
Also, probably the microwave can easily come out of your house. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
You want those two things? Then you can sell them. Do you want those two things? That's fair. Those two things can easily come out of the house. Stove can't, but that can. Big television and a small microwave. Do you want those two things?
No, Your Honor. I want my bill paid.
It's not going to get paid by him. If I had to divide property, that's exactly what I would do. I would say you live together. He took care of you. He supported the family. This is not a big deal. But if you feel as if for some reason you've been offended, financially offended, I'm prepared to say to him, the property that he bought, if he went to sell it, would be worth nothing. He could sell it now and give you half. That would be ridiculous. Similarly, he's paying for the whole enchilada. And I'm saying to you...
Not throughout our whole relationship, though. I contributed a lot.
Good. Fine. All I'm asking you is, do you want the TV and the microwave? And then you can sell them.
Sure.
Whatever you can sell them for. Good. Good. Make arrangements for her to have the TV and the microwave. You buy a new one. Okay, great. We're done. Thank you. Mr. Rose, Mr. Mendoza runs a store, a dollar sort of store.
Yeah, that's happened like March 15th.
A lot of inexpensive little things. And based upon what I read in your complaint, you frequented that store. You went in.
Yes.
And you walked in one day and you saw that your picture was up in the store, and the picture suggested that you were a shoplifter.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to be compensated for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, do you have a photograph for me or something to show me of the poster that you saw and when you saw it?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a video, actually. It has no audio on it, just video. And if I could, I want to explain, it wasn't just one day I walked in. Actually, it was a day or two after Christmas of last year, December 2015. I came in the store and I had words with the gentleman in the white shirt. I think his name is Caesar. It was about a cigar that they were selling for $1.50 for, and it says 2 for 99 cents on it. And we got into some type of verbal altercation. And then I came back 2 or 3 days later for some incense or candles, and I saw it directly as soon as I walked in the store, shoplifter.
Okay. So what you feel precipitated putting up this photograph was the argument that you had had with Mr. Mendoza's employee. That is your employee, sir?
Yes.
Okay, because you raised an issue that they were overcharging for cigars that on the package said 2 for $1. They were selling them for $1.50 a piece.
Exactly.
Okay. Stand up, sir. Your last name is?
Mendoza?
Are you related?
Yes, he's my brother.
You remember having that discussion with Mr. Rose? It happened in March?
That's incorrect.
You think it happened sometime in December?
I'm certain it happened sometime.
And you're certain it happened March 15th?
March 15 at 4:15 p.m.
And I assume that tape is going to show that to me.
Let me explain you.
No, because you're pretty adamant about the date and the time.
For the date of the...
Okay. So you're going to show me something that you took in December of 2015.
I think it was January. It was a couple days after the initial verbal altercation. And this is the beginning of it. I was just walking up into the store so I could show you where they were displaying it. As soon as you walk in the store, it's right here.
Right where?
I'm zooming in on it right there. And I happen to be that person right there screaming, because that's when they took the picture of me when I was screaming at them, right there with the baseball
Is that
hat
just
on.
a second?
You can see her clear on my phone, Your Honor. Okay, either one of those two you can play. Yeah, there was never any incident of me stealing anything from the...
I'd like to take a look at it on your phone,
sure.
sir, because I can't see it clearly there.
I'm sorry, hold on 1 second.
Just a second.
And Your Honor, they're not arguing that, I'm sorry.
Do you say that you can see your face in this?
Yes, Your Honor. That's me. It's a picture, and they're not arguing that it's not me.
Okay, I'm just telling you that based upon, I can't see that in here.
Oh, okay.
I can't see that. I see a woman, I see the back of two people. It's not clear enough for me to see it. But you don't deny that you put up his picture.
I don't deny it, no.
Okay, fine. Now, what you're going to do is show me, because certainly if you put up his picture and he was never prosecuted for theft.
We called the police. We called the police that day of the incident. Let me explain what happened that day. He walked into a store and asked for a cigar that it cost $1, not $1.50. That's his first lie. It's pre-priced $1.99. We sell it for $1 at the door. So normally when you walked into a store...
No, don't tell me normally. Just tell me what happened.
Okay, he asked for a cigar, $1 cigar. My brother put him on the counter. He grabbed the cigar and throw 33 cents and walk out. If that's not stealing, how do you call that? There's no other way to say it.
Just a second. Did that happen,
An
Mr. Rose?
outright lie, Your Honor.
Just a second.
No, it didn't.
And do you have that on tape?
We don't have that on tape, no. That was back March 15, and we didn't keep that much evidence on our record. It's just way too much memory on my computer. We have only the picture that we put up there.
From March 15?
From March 15.
Let me just take a look at it, please.
And also, Your Honor, we have...
A second. Is this a picture of you, Mr. Rose, arguing with somebody?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you at the counter?
Yeah, I was there.
You were there. Do you want to tell me exactly what happened when Mr. Rose came in?
Yeah, he came, and I want to explain to you first. I don't speak good English, but he came and asked for cigars. I gave it to him and put it on the counter. When he threw me 33 cents, he walked away. I told him, hey man, this is $1. What? It's not $1. He started to argue
with you.
And say, hey, if you don't want it, just leave over there. You don't have to argue with me. And no, can you overcharge me, sir? The price is it's printed. It's printed on the cigars. And he has tried to argue with me. He's tried to fight with me. He say, hey,
no, he
come
was
outside.
argumentative. You could see it from this
picture. He can explain to you better what's going on that day because he saw the video. He spat on his face. He spat on my face. He spat on my face.
That's total lie.
It makes some threats. That's the reason why we call the police, and we have the police report.
May I see the police report,
Yes.
please? So after this incident, you called the police?
Yeah, we called the police.
Okay, I'd like to see the police report. Do you have a copy of the police report, Mr. Rose?
No, I've never heard of it, Your Honor.
March 15th.
Exactly, 4:15 p.m.
You have any proof, sir, that this happened in December?
Well, the incident that I'm referring to happened in December, Your Honor.
Well, but there was another incident in March.
I don't even know what he's referring to. I've never spat on him.
Okay, well, this is you.
Yes.
You clearly had an argument with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And do you have any proof that the incident that you described occurred in December? Is there any proof that you have that it occurred in December? Does your phone indicate that it occurred in December?
On the recording, when I recorded it?
Yes, it should, if it's in December.
May I?
If it's in December, that would be very relevant to me.
Thank you. I don't know how I would see the date on there.
You have no proof.
Shh.
Your Honor, it doesn't show a date on here at all. My witness can attest that when this incident happened that I'm telling you about, like days after I had the altercations, when I walked in the store and saw this picture up, this has just been happening since December. I've been going to this store. I live a block from the store.
Yeah, but you were arguing, listen to me, you were arguing with this gentleman in this picture. Clearly, you are furious, Mr. Rose, in this picture, okay? Why you get furious over a cigar, I have no idea. If they choose to charge $1 for a cigar that's worth 50 cents, you don't have to go in there and buy from him. But you were clearly furious.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I was furious because he was cussing at me and trying to provoke me to fight with him.
Oh, please, Mr. Rose. That's ridiculous. Mr.
Okay,
Rose, that's
that's the truth,
ridiculous.
Your Honor.
According to you, and I read your case very, very carefully, you had been going to this store all the time.
Yes, I look.
All the time. Nobody ever provoked you before, because otherwise, and you're not an unintelligent man, Mr. Rose, because if you were an unintelligent man, I would say, well, if somebody provokes you, who's not nice to you, you don't go to the store. But clearly you never had a problem in the store before, so if you went and you had an argument over the price of a cigar, that doesn't actually require this. It requires, you know what? I'm not buying this cigar.
Well,
and you walk away. You say, I'll buy my cigar someplace else. What do you want?
Yeah, well, excuse me.
You weren't here.
No, I wasn't
Well,
there.
you weren't there because you're nowhere in the picture.
Right.
Sit down.
Okay, yeah.
And they think it's a joke. I mean, Your Honor.
No, I don't think it's Mr. Rose, I don't think it's a joke. But clearly an incident happened over a cigar that you wanted to purchase, that you got very excited over. This man says that what you did was take the cigar and leave with it and threw down what you wanted to pay for it, which was 33 cents. They called the police and made a report immediately. Now, the only other question that I'm going to ask, which may be dispositive, when, for the first time, did you decide to sue them? In what month and year?
September.
This September?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, your case is dismissed. We're done. I don't believe you. Mr. Reeses, you are in business, and the nature of your business is a pawnbroker.
Correct.
The defendant, Mr. Frazier, over a period of time came and sold you some merchandise. What kind of merchandise did you sell him?
Well, Your Honor, I worked at an airport.
I just asked you what kind of merchandise you sold him.
I sold 9 defibrillators and about 20 pair of aviation headsets.
And defibrillators.
Defibrillators like you shock. Like
No,
zzz.
a defib.
Yeah, clear.
I know what
like-
a defib. Not an audition. You should want to keep as low a profile as possible, Mr. Frazier.
I understand.
They're very expensive, the defibrillators.
Yeah, they're portable ones, but yeah, they're very expensive.
About how much are they if you had to buy them retail?
If you had to buy them retail, it could be over $1,000.
And what about the headsets?
Probably about $500 a piece, brand new.
A piece?
Brand new.
And were the ones that you stole from the airport, because you took a plea to stealing all this property, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you made restitution as part of the plea arrangement.
Yes, ma'am. That was
So, and
20,000.
that's all done already.
Yes,
So when you stole them, were they new or used?
they were used.
And you brought them to the plaintiff.
Yes, I did.
Did you bring them all at the same time, or did you bring them a few one day and then a few next week?
Yeah, it was usually like one here, one there. It wasn't all at the same time. No.
And sure, Mr. Risa said to you, where'd you get these?
He
Did
never actually said that, no. No.
He just took them. What, for instance, would he give you for a used defibrillator?
He was giving me anywhere from $100 to $125, $150 a piece.
And for the headsets?
Anywhere again from like $75 to $100.
And did you fence all of the, see, I got that from watching TV. Did you, in fact, fence all of this stolen merchandise through Mr. Reese's, or did you have other outlets?
No, it was all through Mr. Reese's.
Now, at some point, the police came to your store, and they confiscated some of this merchandise.
Correct.
And that's what the lawsuit is about. You would like Mr. Frazier to compensate you, since you paid him and they took this stolen merchandise. You would like him to compensate you.
Correct.
Great. Now, Mr. Reeses, I have a couple of questions for you. How many defibrillators did the police confiscate?
Your Honor, according to my records, it looks like they confiscated 4.
And how many sets of headsets?
All of them.
How many?
I'd be lying if I'd remember the exact
Well,
amount.
I wouldn't like you to lie,
I know.
sir.
We deal with a lot of cases, and I don't remember the exact numbers. Your Honor, there were
So-
2 confiscated on this receipt, and there's multiple instances where items were delivered. So every single headset that we had purchased from him, we returned to the police.
Then that's a problem that you have. The fact that you don't know how many really were confiscated by the police because you deal in a lot of merchandise, then you don't know how many you sold. Because he didn't come back and buy them back, did you? I don't know that, and you can't prove that.
I have an email from the police department which shows the items that were returned.
I'd like to see that.
No problem. Can I come up?
No.
Sure.
Just a second. This doesn't say how many they confiscated from you.
Can I see it? Your Honor, what form of evidence are you looking for the items that were confiscated?
Listen, if I had a store that sold sweaters and I bought a dozen sweaters from a manufacturer, from Bird Inc., and I sold 6 sweaters, and if I'm in business, I know that I bought 6, I sold 6, and I have 6 left in inventory.
Sure.
That's what it is when you run a business.
Sure.
So that's what I'm asking you for. He sold you 20 pairs of headphones and 9 defibrillators. You told me that the police confiscated 4 defibrillators, which means you sold 5. Which means you sold 5 because he didn't buy them back. And what I want to know is how many headphones did they confiscate?
On this date, 6.
Your Honor, there were 2 pickups by the police, and we need to get the official police report
Listen,
from
you
there.
want me to dismiss your case? I'll be more than happy to
I don't want
dismiss
you
your
to
case.
dismiss it. I feel that
so
I have
if
a
the
lot of
answer is that you don't have the proof, how many?
It was 6 sets of aviation headsets.
On one instance that were picked up.
Well,
the rest
then
of
I
them were
don't
picked
have.
up on
Then
the
get
other
me
one.
the other instance.
All right, no problem.
Do you understand that if you don't
I do.
have that, I'll dismiss your case. You can go back to where you came from in New Jersey.
Your Honor.
Do you understand?
We have records that show that none of the items were sold from the store. That means that when the investigation was happening by the police department, everything was returned. So we would have...
listen to me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't tell me. Show me.
This is the evidence.
I know what he sold you
Yes.
because that's what he pled guilty to.
And that's
And
just bad
I
news.
also know that he sold them to nobody other than you. Your lawsuit wants to be compensated for the amount of money that you gave him for the headphones and the defibrillators. So I have to know how many were confiscated. Not that you're going to get your money anyway, but I have to know how many.
4 defibrillators.
Your Honor, we're only suing for what was taken. What we're suing for is this piece of paper right here. I understand where the miscommunication is. I think that you might think that the total sum of everything that was sold to us was part of the confiscated. It wasn't. Part of the confiscation was this, and there were maybe other items that are not on this receipt.
Mr. Reeses,
Yes, Your Honor.
listen to me very carefully. Either
Yes,
you
Your
give
Honor.
me a straight answer, or it's going to make my job just that much easier.
Correct.
He sold you 20 pairs of headphones, anywhere from $100 to $125 a piece. When the police came and said, we think that you're selling stolen headphones, and they looked, how many did they confiscate that you can prove to me as you're standing there right now?
Wonderful. They took...
It's 5 right there.
5 headsets.
Good.
According to the
They
receipt.
took 5
That's
headphones, which means that you sold, traded, bartered, or whatever, because that's the logical conclusion, unless you're withholding merchandise from the police, which would be actually pretty stupid. You sold or bartered 14 headphones, and you sold, bartered, traded 5 defibrillators. Now, my next question is to you, Mr. Fraser. When you sold it to him, he's a pawn shop. Was it an outright sale, or did you get a receipt that said you could come back and get the property?
No, it was an outright sale. I never signed anything.
Outright sale, he just gave you the money.
Yes.
Fine.
Can I interject?
Yes.
I have right here, when I did go to court for the criminal charges, it says that they were the ones that called the police about stolen merchandise. So that's why I don't understand. If they were the ones that called the police, wouldn't they have known that it was stolen? Why would they buy it in the first place?
I don't know.
Your Honor, we never called the police.
Fine, that makes my job easier. So
Correct.
you had sold, bartered, or traded 14 pairs of headphones and 5 defibrillators.
Your Honor, that's not correct. As I've said, there's another pickup, but for this purposes of this lawsuit, we're only trying to get back the money that was taken on this date. What you're saying is correct in the first part, but the second part of us selling and bartering and all of these items is just not correct.
They're not there.
They're not where?
At your store. Because
That's
if they were, where are they?
The police department took them.
Not according to what you can prove to me.
Yes.
Not according to what you can prove to me.
In this piece of paper, and this is all part of the lawsuit. I'm not asking for, altogether, we've given him much more than the amount that we're suing for. We're only suing for a small fraction of it for what was taken on that exact date. What
was taken on what exact date?
On 12/15, this list of items.
Not happening.
This was signed
Not
from
happening.
the police.
It's not happening. Because if you didn't make an inquiry, you're in the business. You're in a business that is used by some people who steal, by some people who need ready cash. You're in that business. You're supposed to do, in my view, you're in a different place than somebody walking down Canal Street in Manhattan and somebody goes like this to you. Want to buy a Rolex? Do you understand? You're sort of on notice that either you're going to buy a fake Rolex or a hot Rolex. Right?
Sure.
That's a normal person know that. You see the way these people went like this? Normal people know that. Want to buy a Rolex? Yours for only $50. So you know it probably doesn't work, probably has no mechanism, or somebody stole it, right? That's to a guy on the street. You're in the pawn business, P-A-W-N. You're supposed to ask the question, where is somebody getting 9 defibrillators? Now, I must tell you, I have a defibrillator in my house. It's given to me as a gift by my brother. We keep it in the gym just in case.
It's probably
nobody
outdated.
Nobody knows how to work it, and we actually had to turn it off because the battery was beeping. But we have one. So somebody has to ask, somebody who's coming in with 9 defibrillators, where are you getting 9 defibrillators? And at the same time so you asked.
I did ask, Your Honor.
And what did he tell you?
He told me it was from his grandfather who recently passed away, and he had airplanes and all these aviation headsets, as well as old memorabilia. We have video of it, of him bringing it into the store, a U.S. flag with 39 stars on it.
I don't care if he brought in other stuff. If he brought in a flag with 39 stars. I don't care if he brought in a Smokey the Bear costume. It's irrelevant.
Completely.
One of the things that you pick up when an old grandparent passes away is maybe a flag with 39 stars on it. Maybe an old pair of World War II combat boots, but not relatively new defibrillators and 20 headsets. You start to think.
He said that, he owned a few planes, and...
He said he owned a few planes.
I never said I owned
He owned the plane.
He said his grandfather had a bunch of planes. He was a former pilot. He had all these headsets. Some were new, some were old. They all weren't new.
He didn't say any of them were new. Actually, he didn't tell me that any of them were new or in boxes. None of them came to you in boxes, right?
He brought, they weren't aviation headsets in boxes. They were Sony in boxes, Sony headsets, that he said they were his.
Your Honor, may I say 2 seconds?
Yeah, you may say nothing. I am actually done with you.
And
you should have been a little more vigilant. Your case is dismissed. We're done. Ms. Hirsch, you are suing the defendant for the return of your Great Dane or the value of the dog.
Yes.
I have a counterclaim in the event you are awarded custody of the dog for the amount of money that the defendant spent in caring for your dog during the time she had your dog. So let's start at the beginning. When and from whom did you purchase this dog?
I bought the dog from a breeder. It was in July of 2015.
And how much did you pay for the dog?
I paid $1,200.
How old was the dog when you purchased the dog?
The dog was 2 months old when I took her home.
And it's a Great Dane?
A Harlequin Great Dane.
I know what they look like. Had you ever had a Great Dane before?
No, I have not.
Had you ever had any dogs before?
Yes, I have.
What kind?
I had a Staffordshire Terrier for 10 years. She passed away in 2016. And before that, I had a Golden Retriever for 7 years.
Well, you bought this dog in 2015, and so you say the Staffordshire died in 2016. So you had the 2 dogs at the same time for a period of time?
Yeah, just for a few months. I knew that my Staffordshire was ill and she was going to pass soon.
And there came a time when you had to leave your property.
Yes.
And you had to leave your property because?
Because my dad had recently died and I was getting a settlement as soon as his case closed. But the case is not closed.
Whatever. You moved into with your boyfriend, and your boyfriend had a pit bull, and the pit bull didn't like the dogs.
Yes.
When was that?
That was September of 2015.
So at that point, you would have the dog for approximately between 6 and 8 weeks. And that's the time that Miss Padroni took custody of your dog.
Yes.
With your permission.
Right.
And it would be fair to say that from September of 2015 up through March of 2017, Miss Petroni has had physical custody of your dog continuously.
Yes, she has, but not by choice. trying
don't
to get
care
her
whether
back.
by choice or not. We fair statement from September of 2015 until the end of March 2017, Miss Petroni had physical custody of a dog that you had in your custody between 6 and 8 weeks 2 years ago. That a fair statement?
Yes.
Do you understand where I'm going?
Yes.
Great. Now, while the dog was in Miss Pedroni's custody, she took care of the dog, she fed the dog, and in addition to everything else, she had the dog spayed. The dog had gone into heat, and at that point, she says in her answer, she couldn't have a 110-pound Great Dane walking around her house in heat, so she had the dog spayed. You were unhappy with that, so as part of your lawsuit, you're also saying not only do you want the dog back, but you want punitive damages for her spaying the dog for having an unnecessary medical procedure. I'm just laying out what your lawsuit is.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
You understand that this is an unsympathetic face to you. You understand that?
Yes, I've been trying to get the dog back the entire time.
Well,
and
that's not true because you've managed to find your way to a small claims court 2 years later. So if you could find your way to a small claims court 2 years later, you can find yourself to a small claims court 4 months later.
At 4 months later, she was still telling me that I could have my dog back.
What do you mean she's been telling you you can get your dog
Well, every
back?
time I went to her house to visit the dog, she said she would say, no problem, I can have the dog back as soon as I get my house.
When did you get your house?
I got my house late June of 2016.
So she had the dog at that point almost 10 months.
Yes.
In the 10 months that she had the dog, Miss Hirsch, how much money did you give her to take care of the dog?
I didn't give her any money.
So the answer is zero. And I'd like to see the receipts for food that you brought during the 2 years that Miss Pedroni has had your dog. Just a second. There's a difference between bringing dog food and coming every week and supplying a 110-pound dog with food. There's a difference.
I did bring the food.
It's time to get another dog.
She doesn't deny that I brought her food.
Listen to me.
I
It's time
was
to
in
get another
constant
dog.
communication with her.
Miss Hirsch, listen to me very carefully. You've abandoned the dog. 2 years. You had the puppy for 6 weeks 2 years ago. And she's had the dog in her continual custody for 2 years.
I came over to her house and visited the dog, and the dog would come up to me. She knows that I'm her mother. She came up to me and she kissed me, and I spent time with her. Even though she has not been in my possession, she's still my dog.
No, she's not your dog. How many times a week for the last 2 years did you go and visit the dog at Miss Pedroni's?
Well, sometimes.
How many times? Listen to me. I have a question. There's a question out there. How many times a week? If one of my children, you say, I'm her mother.
I am her mother.
Just listen to me. You're not her mother. If one of my children was staying with my cousin Bonnie because I lost my home, I would go and visit that child every day. So what I want to know is how many times did you go and visit the dog every week for the last 2 years?
I would go every couple weeks, probably every 2 weeks. I did go visit her. I spent time with her. Okay. And the reason that she was with Kara is because I was waiting for a settlement from my dad's estate before I could get my house so I could keep her in my house.
Go buy another dog. How's the dog, Miss Pedroni?
She's doing very well.
Do you have any vet records for this dog? I'd like to take a look at them.
Should I just give you all of the evidence that I have?
No, I want to see the vet records for the dog. Just for my own reference, the dog was sick. You took the dog to the vet once and she was prescribed amoxicillin.
Yeah, she had slipped on the carpet a little bit and she had a sprained shoulder.
So you took her to the vet?
Yes.
And then you had her to the vet when she was spayed?
Yes.
Do you have that bill?
You know, I tried looking everywhere for it. I didn't.
Was it the same vet?
No, it was with the county.
And is Nova up to date in her shots?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Pedroni, I'm going to come back to you. You took custody of this dog in September of 2015.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like you to tell me how that came about.
I was being just a nosy neighbor one day and saw that my neighbor was moving a bunch of boxes out of her house or whatever and just talked to her. I like to keep people who I know.
No, I'm not interested.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
not Phil, it's me. You saw she was moving and...
To cut to the chase, basically, I had noticed that she was moving, and I went and talked to her, and she said that she didn't have a house for the puppy, and that she might have to take her to jail if she doesn't find a place because she couldn't take it.
What's jail?
Dog pound, excuse me, the dog pound. And in my mind, I couldn't imagine taking a puppy to the pound, so it didn't take me long to offer to watch her for a couple of months if that's what she needed.
Okay, that was September 2015. I want to know exactly what you said to her and what she said to you. She said she would need somebody to watch the dog for how long?
A couple of months, and in my opinion, a couple doesn't necessarily mean 2. If I asked for a couple of M&Ms, I would expect maybe 5. So I had a decent idea there would be a couple, 5 months maybe. I didn't expect it to be in nearly 2 years.
What happened after 5 months?
Well, I had tried to contact her when I needed to take the dog to the vet for her shoulder that was really painful for her.
And the shoulder incident was in September of 2016. So that, according to this sale.
There's one that was for $86.
The one that's for $97.
Okay.
Was amoxicillin capsule.
That actually was an abscess that she had on her foot. It's the other one that was her shoulder.
8624.
Yeah.
I don't have a date on that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so you tried to contact her.
Yes.
Was that before the incident where she needed amoxicillin?
Yes.
So that was before September of 2016. So you would have the dog at that point less than a year.
That is correct.
Okay, and you tried to contact her?
Yes.
When had been the time that you had seen her last?
It had been several months.
Okay. When you needed her permission or advising her that you had to take the dog to the vet? You tried to call her. What were you calling her for?
Just to let her know that the dog was hurt and that I needed to do something with her.
And what happened?
The phone was disconnected. I had no way to contact her.
Other than the cell phone that was disconnected or whatever phone you had that was disconnected, did you have an email address? Did you have an address?
No. I did not.
Okay. So after you took the dog to the vet, how much later did you finally see Miss Hirsch?
I would say even more than a year.
And under what circumstances did you see her?
She came back trying to tell me that she wanted to take the dog home.
And that was, do you remember what month and year?
It was like toward the end of the summertime, middle of the summertime in 2016.
So she just came to your house?
Yes.
About a year later?
Yes.
And from the time that you had taken the dog to the vet, which was before that, when was the last time that Miss Hirsch brought over any food?
I had gotten a bag of food with the delivery of the dog, and then I'd maybe gotten another bag of food one other time.
And how many times would you say Miss Hirsch came to visit with the dog?
Well, I'm not home all the time, and neither is the dog because she can't be left there by herself. And so I'm not sure if she stopped by while I wasn't home, but I can tell you that I saw her
I would
2
like
times.
you to tell me how many times you saw her. I don't care how many times she came over and you weren't home and the dog wasn't home. I want to know how many times you saw her.
Yeah, I saw her twice.
2 times?
Yes.
2 times in 2 years?
Until she came to ask for the dog
Until she
back.
came at the end of the summer of last year?
Yes.
Okay.
The dog has become part of my family, and as much of a handful as she is, we do really love her. She's very well cared for, and she is happy.
Miss Hirsch, go find yourself another dog.
But the dog,
Go find
it
yourself
can't be
another
her
dog.
family member if she's willing to take money for the dog.
Go find yourself another dog. You had this dog 6 weeks, 2 years ago. You abandoned the dog. You neither provided food, nor cash for the dog, nor medical care for the dog, nor checked in with you for months.
I did check in with the dog.
For months. Listen to me. We're done. This case actually has 2 parts to it. Miss Salas?
Silas.
Salas. Miss Salas, this is your soon-to-be ex-son-in-law.
Correct.
And there are 2 parts to your case. You were deployed to where, sir?
Japan, your Coast Guard Japan.
And at the time you were deployed to the coast of Japan, I assume this is your wife?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a child?
Yes, ma'am.
Before you left for Japan, where were you living?
We had a spot together, and then we moved out. The plan was to move in with Miss Silas.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Because your daughter didn't want to be alone when he was away, and you could help her with the baby.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
old was the child at the time?
7.
And was it just you living in your house?
Yes, ma'am.
So your daughter came home with your grandchild, and he went to Japan.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here's the case. When you were deployed, your wife got a housing allowance?
I received the housing allowance.
For her, not for you.
I will receive it either way.
I don't understand what that means.
So I will receive the housing allowance whether I was married or not. The difference in me being married or not is just $200.
Okay. So when you were living in Japan, were you living on government property or were you living in a private facility?
In the beginning, I was living on government property, and then I moved to my own place.
When did you leave for Japan?
December 2014.
And when were you living in your own space?
Roughly January 2016.
So you lived all of 2015 on government property?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so did you pay rent on government property?
No, Your Honor.
Did you receive any money for your wife and child during the year that you lived on government property?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much?
$1,600 a month.
And that was designed for your dependents back in the States?
At this point, yes, Your Honor.
Well, at this point, you were living on government property. Were you eating on government property?
I would eat on government property or out in town, Your Honor.
But you had the opportunity to eat on government property.
Yes.
And was any other monies being sent home to your wife and child?
Yes.
Other than from the $1,600?
A good amount was sent home, yes.
How much? How much? Madam, don't sleep. This is court. Stand up. Move over. In the year 2015, when you were living with your mother, how much did you receive from the government monthly?
I personally...
Not you personally. You and your child as dependents. Get it together. This is where we are. We're in court. Do you know, Ms. Salas?
The amount of money, only money I received from him was $700 a month for the rent. That's all.
Now, I want you to think harder. How much did you get from your husband during 2015?
It would depend on how much he wanted to send.
Okay. So other than the $700 a month, there was no set sum taken out?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So give me an idea per month how much he would send to you.
It was a car payment for $500.
Just a minute, car payment?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were driving the car?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
The cell phone bill.
How much?
$150.
What else?
And storage.
How much?
It was $100.
So in total, including the rent to your mother, was $1,450 a month. That was for 2015.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
We're missing a payment, the Goodyear payment, that he supposed to pay was $140 a month.
What?
Goodyear is a car credit card.
I'm not at the car credit card payment.
Okay. As far as I know, that's it.
Just a second. When was the last time your daughter lived with you?
She's still living with me.
Mm-hmm. Is she paying you rent?
No, she's not.
Are you getting any rent from her?
No, I'm not.
Why doesn't she get a job?
She does have a job. She
Well,
has
why
3
isn't
jobs.
she paying? Then why isn't she paying you rent?
Because the money that was supposed to be paid for rent, she was in December. She was fine, and she was
She
saving.
was what?
In December, when he was supposed to be paying the December rent, he didn't pay the December rent. And with her working the 3 jobs, she didn't have enough money saved in order to pay the rent for December.
Just a second. Let me explain something to you. You have no sympathy at this end.
I understand.
I just want you to understand.
I understand.
Your daughter and your grandchild wanted to move back in with their mom. You're living alone. You take them back in. This is a good gig. The government said, okay, if she lived elsewhere, we'd give her money for rent. So she's living with you. So you became enriched by $700 a month. Your household that didn't have $700 a month before, the government now says, we're going to give him $700 a month so that the wife and child wouldn't be out on the street. Well, you're not going to be out on the street anyway. You got enriched by $700 a month by us.
No, ma'am.
By us. She didn't work. She didn't pay it. He's paid by the government. In addition to what he got paid for his housing, they sent $700 a month for your daughter. So we paid you $700 a month to do what a mother should do for free anyway. Take in their daughter and the grandchild. She gets a job. It's not a baby grandchild that needs full-time care. She gets a job. She works. And you want to say, sweetheart, save your money so that you can buy a house one day. Don't give me any money from your job. I'm living here all by myself anyway. It's a joy to have you with me. It's a joy to see my grandchild every day.
Can I say something now?
Sure.
Okay. Yes, she was living with me. He stopped making a car payment.
Just as we're not at car payment.
Okay, no.
Listen to me. We're not at car payment.
Okay.
He's in Japan not driving a car.
Right. There were two cars.
Get rid of one. He's in Japan not driving a car. I'm not even to the car. I'm
we're still on
to
the rent. We're still on the
I'm
rent.
sticking to the rent.
Okay, the rent, which was coming in, was $700 a month. He hadn't paid the rent since August of 2017.
Is what you're telling me he paid rent for your daughter, to you and the child, from the time he left until August of 2017?
Right, he was continue paying. And he got in contact with me in August and said that he could not continue paying because he had some bills coming in. He said, I will make up the difference. First he said it would be November. I will give you the back pay in November. He had another bill come up.
Listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care. Let's understand each other. As far as I'm concerned, you're not entitled to this money. So far, we've paid you for a year and a half, $700 a month rent to have your daughter and your grandchild, grandboy or girl, a grandson with you, and they're still with you. And you're not getting rent because the government's not paying for it anymore. You didn't throw her out.
Ma'am, the government's still giving him money for rent for them.
Just a second. That's what I'm going to find out.
Okay.
Now, that's a rub.
Okay.
Because they're not giving him extra money that he's going to be able to keep. So how much do you get as a housing allowance?
$1,689.
Now, from this $1,689, how much do you pay for rent?
$1,650.
Who do you live with?
A couple of friends from my command.
What's the total rent on the apartment?
$1,650.
Well, then that should be divided by 3.
I pay the rent, they pay the bills.
It still should be divided by 3. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. So now you've gotten an extra $700 a month, because unless you have a breakdown from the government, how much they're giving to you and how much they're giving to your dependents. Do you?
No, they don't break it down.
Do you have such a breakdown?
No, ma'am.
Well, then how am I supposed to figure it out other than guessing? Other than telling the government that he's not sending any money anymore? If you're listening, did they take out money from your check for your wife and child as dependents?
No, Your Honor.
Why not?
Because I sent it to them.
How much?
I was sending what I could. It was
What does that mean?
It wasn't a definitive amount. What ended up happening was there was a bill that came in to the plaintiff's household in June, and I asked for the bill to be sent to me so I could head off and prevent them from taking money from my check. That bill was not sent to me, so they ended up taking the money out of my check, and that's what ended up.
What bill?
It was a military star card.
For how much?
$37.76.
And what was it for?
It's a regular credit card you use at the exchange.
I understand that. So you used it for yourself?
No, it was used for the family when the family was together.
You mean when you were still at home?
Yes.
You know what he's talking about?
I know what card he's talking about, yes, ma'am.
That you used together as a family. Well, Miss Salas, how do you expect him to pay all those bills that your daughter incurred half of? I mean, she can't do nothing to contribute to these bills.
Yes, ma'am. The bills were mostly him going out purchasing TVs and video games and items like that sort.
When?
This was before they left, before he got deployed.
Where are all those TVs and games?
Pawned.
By whom?
The defendant.
Did you pawn them?
No, Your Honor. I haven't been to the household. I haven't seen those items since I've left for Japan.
How many pay attention, how many automobiles do you have?
I have one.
Your mother said there were 2 cars.
Second car is his.
Where is it?
He has it.
Are you back from Japan now? I mean, other than being here.
Yes,
so
Your
you
Honor.
have your car.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, which car ran into difficulty?
His car.
Who was driving it?
When he deployed, it was me, because that was the only vehicle we had in the household.
Oh, just a minute. So you were driving his car?
Before I got my vehicle, yes, ma'am.
Just a second. When did you get your car?
April of 2012.
April 2012?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you had 2 cars.
Right. Before 2012, it was his. I would drive his car to get my son back and forth to practices and myself to school, to work, to school, him to daycare.
So you were using his car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when he left for Japan?
I was using my vehicle.
Your mother says there's a credit, listen to me carefully. Your mother says that there's a credit card payment to fix a car.
His Chevy Malibu. And
on what date did you have his car fixed?
From all before 2012.
Before 2012?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Miss Judge Judy, can I say something?
No, just a second. No. So this is a car credit bill before he went to Japan?
Correct.
And is that the bill that's the subject of this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were still living together?
Correct. And we were both making payments when I was working or when I got my school stipend. We would both make payments on the credit card. The problem with the credit card was when he drives it like he's driving in a NASCAR race. So it was being driven into the ground, so we had to keep taking it in because either something would blow or something would mess up.
I'm not interested in what happened in 2012.
No, this is before 2012.
For sure before 2012. I'm not interested in bills that amassed when you, your daughter, and the defendant were living together prior to 2012. Do you understand? That's what you just told me, that the card was used for repairs prior to 2012. This is not a matrimonial proceeding.
Right.
Ms. Salas.
I understand,
Okay.
but it was from prior to 2012. The card was used after 2012 for his use also. The card was used from 2008 until 2014 before he left.
Listen to me, I don't care. That's not where I'm at.
Okay.
Now, most of the time, he sent you $1,450 for a car payment. That's what you said the car payment was. And that was on his car or yours?
Mine.
We're done here. Is your daughter living with you? I would suggest that you get a job, pay rent.
She's about to move out, Judge Judy. I understand what you're saying, but the bills that are incurred was his debt. I understand.
I say not. I say you took your daughter in. For most of the time that he was deployed, he sent home $1,450 a month, according to you and his wife. Now, I'm not saying there shouldn't have been a demarcation as to what money the government gave him to support dependents. That would be his wife and child, but I'm not going to guess, and I'm certainly not enriching you. I'm not paying you for rent to have your daughter and grandchild live with you unless I know exactly how much the government said for your wife and child, so much of this $1,600 that we pay you is for your wife and child. And if you can give me that information, and for the period of time that he didn't send money to you, I would be more than happy to say, well, he can't unjustly enrich himself. But you don't have that information, neither does he. And you have an unsympathetic position because he did, in fact, send money home.
Right, he did.
And before your daughter moved in, how many roommates did you have?
None.
Right.
But one more question.
Goodbye. We're done. When did you start renting the condo?
On December 22nd of 2015.
And what was your rent?
$1,650.
Sign a lease?
That's right.
For how long?
For a year.
When did you move out?
I moved out August 27th.
So well before your lease was up?
Well, 2016.
So you overstayed your lease?
That's correct.
Did you sign a new lease?
No.
Were you ever served an eviction notice?
No.
Never. 3-day notice to quit?
Yes, that was it.
On what date?
I believe it was June 20th.
When was the last month that you can prove to me that you paid rent on this condo?
It was August 5th, 2016.
And how much did you pay?
$1,650.
And how much did you pay in July?
$1,650.
And in June, how much rent did you pay?
I paid the same amount, $1,650.
Then you want to explain to me why you were served with a 3-day notice to quit.
Because in June, my father passed away, and I became a little behind because I was sending some money over to my country.
How much a little behind?
About $1,000 short.
But then you paid, according to you, after June, you paid all your rent.
That's correct. I sent her an email, and I explained to her my situation, and I let her know that I was going to pay her rent a little late, and she was okay with that.
No, you can't tell me what she was okay with, or even that you sent her an email. And she clearly wasn't okay with it because you were served with a 3-day notice to quit. And you did, in fact, leave. You were served with the notice to quit in August?
They were going to sell the property.
You know, we're going to get to the truth here. You understand that?
I do.
I'm glad you understand we're going to get to the truth here. You've been doing what you do a long time. I've been doing what I do longer. So you found out that they were going to sell the property. You had